Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? Can we be heard? Are we being heard? Nice. You can also probably hear my dog who's barking because he's sad that I left him downstairs. Hi guys. How is everybody? Basilius, this should be a fun stream. Yes. Am I saying the screen name right? Is that correct? I probably mispronounced it. I mispronounced everything. Hey Boots. Welcome. Yeah. For those who have not been here for one of these, That Word Junior, yes, missed you, That Word Junior. Hey Jay, missed you too. Hey guys, Derprex is here. Darth Sidious is here. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, for anybody who has just, I know a lot of people have found our channel through the Goosebump streams the past week or so. Still very much doing the Goosebump streams, but I wanted to take a break for a couple of reasons. One, just because the Goosebump streams have been super long, and we all have been like, hey, Jelena. Welcome, everybody. And I've just missed doing the Scooby Doo books, which we also love. We're going to do a Scooby Doo stream. And if you haven't been here for the Scooby Doo books yet, they are these books called Scooby Doo and You, which were really, really nostalgic for me, or are really nostalgic for me because I loved them as a kid. Sorry, we're going to apologize to Dragon Bean as we move him over. And sorry about this. No, wait, actually, I don't have the top-down camera on yet, so it doesn't matter for the second being. How was the Goosebumps book last night? It was good. It was really good. I wasn't expecting it to, like, it ended and I was like, wow, that was really, really good. I didn't expect it to, like, pick up as much as it did. Yeah, we need meddling kids. So basically, sorry, I'm like trying to say 15 different things at once. Let me get my drink open. Basically, these books are books where we, the reader, are friends with the Scooby-Doo gang. We have headcanon that we are also, feels like this is accidental ASMR with the bubbling. We've headcanon that we are also really famous detectives who are so busy solving our own crimes that we can never actually help our friends in the gang. But they always ask us, hey, can you look over these notes? So that's the books. Basically, they're like, hey, let's see if you can solve the mystery. And so it's an interactive Scooby-Doo book. These were really, really important to me. As I've said a million times, I used to read these like over summer, like during like our library would do like summer reading program type of thing, where where you like compete, you try to get the kids to read as many books as possible. I've won more than one with these books. So to give everybody the rundown, because we haven't read them in, hey Texas, the third cousin twice removed. Maybe we are a third cousin. Yeah. Ellery, yes, got here on time. Can I ask about D&D while we're setting up? How was D&D last night? Yeah, so we've read 10 of these books so far. There's like 24 of them, as far as I can tell. It's not easy to find a whole lot of information online about these books because they just were like written over a couple years' time and then abandoned, and then I guess very few people read them besides me. The Minister of Childhood is back. Yeah, and That Word Junior, if you're into Goosebumps, we've been reading a lot of Goosebumps and Wishbone lately, but I wanted to come back because we're not done with Scooby-Doo yet. So we've read 10. Terrifying Pterodactyl, which, if everybody remembers, included a real pterodactyl. That was the solution. It was wild. D&D was wild. Give me a second to type up the update. No rush. I'm just bringing everybody up to speed for those who haven't been here or those who forgot. Wrestler's Ghost, Case of the Doughy Creature, Case of the Wandering Witch. I like how colorful all these books are. Fatty Vampire, Angry Alligator, Bigfoot Beast, Television Monster, Case of Dr. Jenkins and Mr. Hyde, and the Seaweed Monster. So those are the 10 books that we have read so far. I'm gonna go back to full cam because when I move this light, it's gonna be in everybody's eyes. And so yeah, I found I think what is the complete set, which is 24 of them on eBay that somebody was just like getting rid of for pretty cheap, and so I acquired these books. And so we've been working our way through all of these, so I wanted to read another one because it's been a second. Goosebumps book got insane last night. Yeah, the book Goosebumps got insane. Anybody who hasn't been with us for the Goosebumps adventures of reading through all of the original 62 Goosebump books, that's our current project as I work on a big video where I talk about all the books at once. We're reading through them all on stream, and oh my god, if it's not the most insane thing ever. We read book number 5, Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, last night, and I was very surprised at how much I just genuinely, not surprised because, like, you know, I love Goosebumps, but like I was surprised because at first I was like, there's some pacing issues. I feel like this is gonna have a really, you know, anticlimactic ending, and it was not that. It was the opposite of that. That was like that was the coolest ending we've had so far. Took off just before the end, but listened to the ending earlier today. Yes. Yeah. I know everybody was taking, because it was like 2-ish again when we ended that book. Part of the reason why we're doing a Scooby Doo, I'm like, we need a break from the super long read streams and just do like we need like a one that's not going to take us till 2 a.m, which they won't. If you can't tell, these books are like 70, 80 pages. They are absolute joys to read on stream, for the sheer fact that they are very manageable and they're just really fun. Follow! I'm here for Scooby Snacks. Yay! Welcome, everybody. Okay, a D&D update from Ellery. I'm always excited. Maybe we're Velma's girlfriend. Maybe we are. Basically, we had a guest player we knew was going to be there. It was super, because it's been planned for months and it was super fun. Made the newbie cry the first session over the bard, reuniting with the family. That is adorable. That's adorable. Great googly moogly. Hi, Michael. I wish I didn't have to go to bed at 11 or so. I know, right? And that's why the VODs are always up, because it's like, at least I feel bad. Like, if I don't see a reason to not have them up, but I would feel bad if like people felt like they had to stay on later than they wanted to because they were invested in like a story or something. So that's why the VODs are there, but yeah, I totally get it. I'm kind of just at this place as a streamer where I'm just like, I'm honestly just committed to the bit, but you guys don't have to stick around. But hi, I know we have several new members. If you haven't been here for the Goosebumps streams, we have several new members that haven't been here for a Scooby Doo stream. So that should be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go to the desk cam again. See what we got. There we go. Okay. So, whoop, camera. No. Camera, stop. Gonna balance it. Gonna make sure it's not acting up. I just downloaded The Sims 4. It's free now. Nice. I love Sims. Context: the bard's whole family started, then halfway into our combat, a surprise second guest player. Ooh, this is gonna be my first Scooby stream. Yay! A friend of mine has used samples of your Muppet Classic Theater review for his Loud House review series earlier tonight. Oh, that's so sweet. Tell them thank you. I would love to see that. Send it to me somewhere. Honestly, to me, being Velma's girlfriend is the best explanation. It would make a good explanation, because we're like part of the crew, but we're not part of the crew. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I'm not sure why it wasn't just written as if we were the 6th member of the Scooby Gang. That's what I would have done. But anyway, these books are just cute. And tonight we have, if I haven't said it, but it's on the, I know it's on the thing and everybody can see it, The Case of the Purple Knight, which I do not remember. Like a lot of these books that we've been reading on stream, I'm like, I know I read this, but I don't remember it, but I get warm, fuzzy feelings looking at the cover. Fun fact, my first stream was the last Scooby Doo stream. Oh, welcome. That's right. I thought you were, I knew you were a newer addition to stream, but I didn't realize that was the first one you'd ever been on. Belated welcome. And shut up and wait. Are we telling them about the werewolf thing? Have you seen Trick or Treat Scooby Doo yet? Not yet, no. I'm working on covering a couple of other Scooby Doo things. as we speak, my poor long-suffering brother, who is also an editor, was kind enough to agree to do the video that I did with Maddie, where this microphone cut off really early, so it had to the camera audio was what we were left with, and it needed a lot of work to be usable. So he's working on that as we speak. Hopefully by let's hope by tomorrow you guys will see it, but coming out soon. And then I have another Scooby Doo video coming up that's also a collab that I'm really excited about. You're a vampire, I'm a wolf. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I mean, it's Halloween. Let's just not you know, beat around the bush. That was the most memorable Goosebumps stream. Oh god, the Stay Out of the Basement. If anybody wasn't there for the Stay Out of the Basement stream, you're probably more sane than the rest of us are. That was a lot. I send you the link that specific Cloudhouse episode via email so long it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, just send me if it's possible for something to be shared with me. I'd like to, I'd love to see it. I love to see other creators making things. I'm honored to be a part of it. Let's see. Be a witch in the match. Okay, so Darth Sidious is a witch. Vampire, werewolf. We need more monsters for the monster crew. Beware reference to don't go into the basement. Protect your... Yeah, it should be known that this stream is not unsuitable for young viewers, but we are definitely not a made for children stream here, so do with that information what you will when talking about the Stay Out of the Basement stream. Oh god. Hey Abraham stream. Hey Justin. I'm try to behave. Yeah, everybody be on your best behavior. We might have kids in stream. I think we have kids in stream. Beware Nightbot. Yes, he is overzealous. I really do got thrown out by Nightbot t-shirts now. That's so funny. And we need to make the t-shirt look kind of like the TV monster because we decided in that stream, hey, everybody coming in, about to read this Scooby Doo book. We decided in that stream that, Nightbot looks an awful lot like the TV monster. Got a big TV for a head. Yes, we shall behave, maybe. Evil witch laugh. In PG-13. I mean, yeah, sometimes. It's usually the PG-13 range, but we're sitting here reading children's books. I don't know why I'm saying it like it's a hot tub stream. It's fine. It's fine. It's fun for most ages. And we keep the Daphne free streak going. Oh yeah, we had 4 books in a row where Daphne writes the thing. Let me start a poll. Actually, no, let me start a poll because we still need to write our review for Curse of the Mummy's Tomb for anybody who was there for that. Hey, Cameron. Yeah. The stream is for kids. Meanwhile, wait. Oh god. To answer your question, I don't have an opinion because I'm white, and white people definitely shouldn't say it. Leave that up to the Black community to answer that question. Not for me to answer. Where am I? Here we are. Wait, let me pull this up so that it can be seen. We don't need these up. I need to see that I have 261 emails that I haven't looked at. Here we go. Let's see. Here we are. Hello, people in chat. I don't think anyone should use this talking about. Yeah, that's a hard no, man. Yeah, that's my that would be my yeah, I'd say just easy. If you have to, I always say if you have to ask, is this racist? Probably the answer is maybe don't. After comments. That of the plant variety. Nightbot is not going to go after those comments. It might get caught in the automatic YouTube filter thing, but maybe. But honestly, Nightbot is only going to go after things that makes it think that you are a bot. So like too many caps, too many emojis, too many symbols, that kind of thing. This is what Monster Blood should be in terms of quality. Where was I? When in doubt, don't say it, bro. Yes, that's a yep. That's a good way to put that, I think. Yeah. So anyway, Scooby Doo books. Goosebump book. I marked this as red. Scooby Doo fans are flipping out over the race changes of Shaggy, Velma, and Daphne in the upcoming spin-off series. Velma. I don't understand that. I really don't, because like it's just a new take on the characters. I think it's interesting. Weird that automated system on YouTube goes after. Yeah, the automated system on YouTube barely ever goes after spam, honestly. Every time a spam has been detected by somebody that was not me, and thrown out like manually by me, it's been Nightbot. So that's why we deal with Nightbot's bullshit. But just get over yourselves. I assume that's in response to people being, annoyed that cartoon characters are now a different ethnicity. Yeah, I can't agree more than that. Video book that was about all looked a bit like I think was it this one? It might be this one. Is it that? This one? I detect it in chats on stream, not regular comments. Oh, it doesn't even detect it on stream most of the time in my experience either. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I thought of immediately when you said this, because it's a case of living doll. It might have been that. Might have been something else. I'm sure there are other doll-related Scooby-Doos. I am here. Hey, Toonymation. Fred. Only member. I mean, I think it's really interesting. I think it's really interesting because we've seen, you don't want like, Scooby-Doo is so much fun. I'd like to see more people be able to like see themselves represented because Scooby-Doo is just so universally fun, and I just think it's a new interesting take on the characters. We've seen lots of new takes on characters. I don't really get the whole, it's like people being upset about the Little Mermaid being portrayed by a black person. It's like, okay, but she's fantastic, so why you're telling on yourselves? You're like, hey, this is only for white people, Dolls? Nope, I'm out. I don't like dolls either. I'm late. I was finishing up an episode of oh, we haven't really done anything besides just catch everybody up on what we're doing for those people who haven't been here for those yet. It's a zombie apocalypse with the Hardy Boys. Wait. Let's see, Nancy Drew more with the Hardy Boys. I would love to see a true like Nancy Drew Hardy Boys, especially if it gets to be period. I would love to see that. Always excited for modern, more diverse takes on characters. Always. There's this epic hardcore Scooby Doo. I can't remember. Oh, we talked about this. Maddie and I talked about reading this on stream sometime. Yeah, the zombie Scooby Doo comic. Yes. Goosebumps book. I've been really dark, and now we have something more chill. Yeah, it's something more chill. It's something that's not going to take us till 2 a.m. Which, don't get me wrong, I love the Scooby Doo streams. But I just thought this was a nice change up since we have lots of these left to read. And I thought, since we'll probably be done exceedingly early with this book because obviously it's only like 60 pages, maybe afterwards we could write our Goodreads review, and then you guys can maybe chill with me while I catalog some of the books in the stream collection so that we compile our Goodreads into a better database of which books we've collected so far. I think that might be fun. And yeah, it's gonna be after the flaming on fire mummy. I did not see that coming. So is that a challenge to make it run longer? Look, we usually these streams are like 2.5 hours comfortably. We can get through one of these books. And that's with like stopping to take. Oh, I don't have anything to take notes on. Hang on, guys. I gotta go get my notes pad because if anybody hasn't been here for this yet, it's a little like keep your own clue keeper thing, and I totally do because of course I do. Because what's the fun of streaming it if I'm not gonna do it right? Hang on 1 second. I found it. Where's the pen? Found a pen. I found the thing to write on, and I found something to write on it with. Cool. All right, what have I missed? In Scooby Doo as a kid, even though I liked the movies in 2002 and 2004. I have been obsessed with Scooby Doo. Like it's a little bit of an obsession to this day, and everybody told me I'd grow out of it, and I never did. And now here I am. Better late than never, I guess. Yeah. Restaurant will be medieval style for this book. If it's not, then what other off-theme restaurant? Oh yeah, so we always start off in an off-theme restaurant. I feel like you're right. I feel it's gonna be one of those like, what is it called? Medieval times type of things, like dinner and a show. One of those. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those. But here's the thing. Let me know. Lagging a bit. Okay, I see that. Hang on 1 second. Used to watch What's This Video all the time. Yeah. All right, hang on, guys. I think I know how to fix it. Just give me 1 second. I don't know if you guys can't hear me at all or what's up. Yeah, I know I'm lagging. I'm sorry. Hang on. I think it's because I forgot that I have a render going, and that's obviously not good for it. Give me 1 second. You can hear me. Okay, that's good. Hang on. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Just the tech ghosts wanting all of us to know they're here. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Shut down. No. I know how to fix it. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be okay. This has happened before. I can restart OBS, but I don't need to restart the stream. Oh wow, look at that freeze halfway between. That's terrifying. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry. I noticed it right as everybody was like, "Oh, this." I'm like, "Oh, is that a lag?" And everybody's like, "It's a lag." And I'm like, "Okay." Okay. Let's try this. Put some things down. Sure. This is good. Let's see. Hear you fine. That's good. That's good. That's good. Did that fix it at all? Maybe. Excellent connection. Is it? Is it excellent connection, YouTube? 2 hours later. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. Yeah. Yep. There was just some things that the system still had running in the background that I didn't realize and eventually caught up to the thing. Okay, we're fixed. Cool. Sorry, guys. We're here. God, what's it to other streamers out there? Does this happen to you all the time? What's it like if it doesn't happen to you? What do you do with all your extra time and anxiety threshold? Anyway, what were we talking about? Seems fixed. Okay. Half of my D&D table dressing in character from past D&D campaigns for the early Halloween session. Nice. My vampire pan is being repurposed for a zombie elf warlock I play. Nice. That's really cool. Oh, there's nothing wrong with for you to begin with. Okay. Interesting. Well, it should be fixed now. Let's come back here to our this thing. This thing. Desk cam. There we go. Yes, Nightbot. We're all here. We all know the rules. Finished volunteering for Harvest Fest. I'm so excited for. No, I have no idea what this is. Yeah. So I was just explaining this to everybody else. Welcome, Natty, by the way. We have been before we started reading Goosebumps, which we very much still are doing, but I thought it would be nice to switch up to do kind of a happy, cheerier book in the middle of, since we've done 5 read streams of Goosebumps in a row, to read a Scooby Doo and You book. This was a series of books that I was really into as a kid. They're basically like interactive Scooby Doo books where like the reader has to like help them solve the crime, and it's cute. And I found they popped back into my brain a few months back, and I managed to find the whole set of like 24 of them that somebody was selling on eBay, and so now we own them all. And this is the 11th one that we've read on stream. So, we are reading The Case of the Purple Knight tonight, but first I want to write our what am I trying to say? Write our stream. Or it's not stream. Stream review. There we go. There was an extra word in there though. Okay. Small cam. Honestly, I wish I knew about this when I was a kid. I would have loved it. I was obsessed with these as a kid. I read all of them. I think more than once. Which you would think the mystery would have been ruined for me, but I was just like, no. I mean, yes, but also no. Maybe once every 6 to 8 streams, I would encounter a hiccup, but being super strict on restarts, endless testing in downtime, and no sudden hardware changes helped a bunch. Yeah, thank you. I need to be. It's probably I need to be stricter on restarts. I restart often, but not like on schedule, which I should be doing. Indeed, Cannon, we're almost girlfriend. Yes, I love it. Preparing myself for fixing the stream. I was down just before I grabbed them. My eyes beheld one of the most bizarre. Oh, I haven't actually watched Frasier in forever. I can't really remember much of it, but there were a lot of bizarre things. Okay. Okay, let's write our review for the book that we read on stream last night. The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, Goosebumps, number 5. Restart before you go live. Pretty much mandatory if you've been using computer all before. Yeah, I mean, I do that sometimes, but I often forget, and we can always tell when I forget because it breaks. So yeah, it's also to be fair, like there is also a thing of like, you know, Wi-Fi and there's all stuff, but like I'm not a techie person, so things always break because I never know. These are on all of the correct shelves. Reading. All right. So I saw Cameron say, I'm taking part in a live children's show known as Annie G and the main character Frasier. Oh, I have a very distant memory of all of that. Very distant memory. Should watch Frasier. Should do some videos on Frasier sometime. It's such a show. Okay, so I saw Cameron say something to the effect of, which is what we talked about on stream last night. This book is basically what Monster Blood could have been, in a lot of ways, and it's structurally like the vibe is very different, but it's a slow paced. One day I should give you all of my secret sauces. Yes. It's basically it's a story. It's a Goosebumps book that was slowly paced, but it really like unlike Monster Blood where you're just like, ugh, I just need to get this done. This is just gross and boring. This one was fun and told an actual story that I was engaged in. So yeah, it's like this book is structurally, yes. I did not know if that was the correct way to spell that. As Monster Blood, but from universe where Monster Blood was good. The kid in the Curse of the Mummy ever get a glass of water? He never did. I think he got orange juice once, and then he got a Coca-Cola, which you shouldn't drink if you're dehydrated. They gave him a Coke. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sorry starts off annoying, but then she has a character arc that I like. It's very I liked the supernatural element actually works with the protagonist for once. Right. We'll check this has spoilers, so I don't know that anybody cares, but let's say like Monster Blood. This one is a slow build with chaotic and but it was almost perfectly executed. Let's see. He drank Coke, Darth Sidious, he became more dehydrated, right? Yeah. I'm on live. You can come in if you want. Just wanted you to know we're on live. I wonder if he closed the door. Harry, hang on 1 second, guys. Occasionally family members drop in, and I feel like I should warn them that they're being broadcast if they come in here. There was Stein's cat levels of chaos. Was it Stein cat? I just like big. No, it was chaotic, but Stein's cat levels of chaotic. No, it wasn't, because it was very like purposefully foreshadowed to the point where like we knew it was coming back. It was very foreshadowed. So I wouldn't call it a Stein's cat situation. You just got the notification that I'm live. Or whatever her name was. Yeah, sorry started off really annoying, and then I think I liked her by the end. Is that fair? Like, I liked her character. She had like a real character arc. I think. I mean, she was still like very insane. Some of the things that kid did were insane, but no. Good on the parents dehydrating their kid again. Goosebumps have awful parents. Oh yeah, Goosebumps. So far we haven't found any. If Carly Beth's mom is the same as she was in the show, in the book, then she might be our one and only good parent. But so far we've read 5 books. There's been not one good parent. Yeah, my he didn't say anything. He was just like, I was just like, I'm live, and he was just like, oh, and then he just left. Like, okay. Humbled by real life trauma. Yeah, she was humbled by real life trauma. That's a good way to put it. Sorry, barely had any self-preservation. Yeah. What are we thinking for star rating, guys? I think either 4 or 5 for sure. It was one of the better ones. You learned your lesson about climbing into mummy caskets for lulz. Yeah. I was thinking of the I was thinking when he was like, get into the sarcophagus. It's like, why would you? Like, I know he's gonna kill you, but if he's gonna kill you either way, you know. 4, I would say 4. I think 4 is fair too. Because it wasn't perfectly paced. If I had one big complaint, it was that I don't like when they're less evenly paced. All of the action happened in, well, I shouldn't say that. The most interesting things happened in the last 50 pages, so I don't feel like giving it 5, but 4 definitely. It was one of my favorites. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it. The stories always dehydrate your kids. Oh yeah. Let's make a comment to that. Character fun, sassy, and self-aware. Gabe. Sorry was the worst, and then got humbled by real world trauma. The mom and dad are awful parents. Like every other Goosebumps book. A weird plot hole at the end. How did he not know about the? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he was just like too drunk with power at that point. He wasn't thinking. I have no idea. But see. Harry, you just came in. I know you're not scratching at the door to leave again. She's like, but I am though. The uncle is easy to picture as Brendan. I think that's how you say his name. You spell his name, I mean. I didn't spoil anything. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah. I see what you mean. Because Ahmed was a keeper of the curse, spoilers, but he also was just crazy, you know? Harry, honey, do you want to come sit with us? He's a crazy man and cares more about a curse than actual science. Yeah, that's fair. I will say I liked how the horror element was mostly real world horror. It felt like how do I want to say this? It felt like we were watching NCIS. It was just like this one of those shows where it's just like, this is a crazy serial killer. Um, okay, Perry, hang on 1 second. I'll let you out in a second. Okay, hang on, guys. I will be right back. I gotta let her out. All right, I'm back. Yeah, Supernatural worked as a protagonist. Supernatural. Yeah. Didn't have anything suggestive, really. He did have a few screws loose in the head. Yeah. This book started off slow, but ended in the most hardcore way imaginable, with a flaming mummy. Do we have anything else? Batshit crazy, yeah. Do we have anything else we want to add to this masterful review that I'm sure will help many people decide what they're going to be reading next on their list? We're such a group of prestige, you know? Oh, it's too late, or it's too early to be yawning like this. Rightfully yours. The Scooby Doo Crew 2022. Wait, hang on. I'm getting lost in chat. I'm not sure what that means. Aside from a few exceptions, the scariest Goosebump books always had normal people as villains. Yeah. That's true. That's very true. Because real life is, I think, as adults we still get scared. Hey Paula, welcome. We are about to read Scooby Doo and You Case of the Purple Knight, but we were just writing our review for last night's book and then getting into it. So, all right, I'm going to publish this review. We've checked off that it has spoilers on it. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to really quick go through and in my notes that are shown only to me, just put the tagline. Because I want to know the goofy, silly tagline for all of them. So, let's see. Let me go. Well, Cam, do I have it in my notes anywhere? I love when Paula and Paolo say hi to each other in chat because your names are just like one letter off from each other. The symmetry. My brain likes the symmetry. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, the Welcome to Dead House was just it will just kill you. I remember that now. I'm gonna keep a Google Docs going. Bum bum bum. Welcome aboard. Yes. Yeah, reading time in 1 second. Sorry. We're just doing the. I was just doing a side Goosebumps thing while we're here talking about it. But we can get a move on. I do want to see though. Let's go to desk cam. I do want to see. Oh, it's a Monster Blood drive. The book is so lame that I keep forgetting what Monster Blood's tagline even was. Stay out of the basement with Something's Waiting in the Dark. Not Plant Zaddy like the rest of us thought it was. It will just kill you reminds me of a too direct of a tagline. Remains far too direct of a tagline in my opinion. Where's the zest? Where's the wordplay? Right? Right? I mean, it was the first one. We'll give them a break, I guess, on the first one. Something's Waiting in the Basement is a little better because it's at least like, ooh, there's some like, what's in the basement? What is it? It's a Monster Blood drive just tells me that they knew how bad the plot was and they didn't know what to riff off of with the tagline. And then we have, what do we have? Say Cheese and Die. Not Plant Daddy. Loved it since 1992. Always here for Sonic. Oh yeah, I haven't played a Sonic game in absolute ages. Okay, sorry guys. The first Sonic game I ever played was Unleashed for the Wii. Nice. Yeah, so this is my running list. I don't know what we're going to do with this information, but it's going to make it into the final video that I'm making at the end of all of these streams. So I feel like we should talk about them every now and then. So this is my final list of running taglines that I'm going to be keeping from now on. You can use the list for content. Right, exactly. No, at the end of all of these streams, I'm definitely going to make a big video where we talk about all of these books and give like the run. This is a Scooby Doo book, but all the whole rundown. And so I'm sure I'm going to pull from these streams every now and then. Not exactly sure. I know that we want to do a tier list ranking of how scary all the books were. like ranking the books by scariness. What will wake the dead? What will wake the dead? It's not a bad tagline. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what to do with that information, but I want to keep a tally of it. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. Sorry, guys. I'm going to log that we are starting Scooby Doo. Mummy's Tomb is very scary. No, as far as like scary factor, that one's like top tier. That one was insane. Purple Night. There we go. By James Gelsey. Oh god, which ones did James Gelsey write? The our new book page. Oh, we have a new updated way that this works. Interesting. Currently reading. Okay. Log it into my library, and I'll log it into Scooby Doo Red. We're gonna be done with it by the time that this stream is over. Now that we are about an hour into stream, let's actually do the thing. Thank you guys for hanging out with my side tangents. I promised everybody we would do the review tonight. Yay, we're Velma's girlfriend's canon. Hey, Milo! We are reading the... Whoop, I'm gonna need to use another notepad soon. I'm almost out of pages on this notepad. Which is a shame, because I kind of have it all... There's a hair. Anybody else have long hair and it just like... You're just like, wow. It is really inconvenient sometimes to have this much hair. Yeah, it doesn't feel like we're an hour in, does it? That feels strange to say, right? But hey, we have everybody's logged in, so sorry, I didn't realize what you were doing. I'm playing with a friend. Read whatever. Oh no, I'm good. I didn't want to go on too long of a tangent, but I was just keeping up with that. So this is for anybody who's curious before we get in, this is our so far tally for taglines of this book. Before I cut my hair short, my long hair was getting everywhere. You just find strands of it all throughout your apartment. Yeah, you find it everywhere. Oh, I have heard of Scooby Doo Apocalypse. Maddie and I actually talked about potentially reading that series at some point on stream together. 2 quick questions. What are your favorite colors? And are you allergic to peanuts? I am not allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to tree nuts, which is like walnuts, pecans, basically anything that's not peanuts, but I'm good with peanuts. Like I eat peanut butter. Like I literally grew up eating peanut butter with a spoon, so that's fine. And what was the other question? Favorite colors? My favorite color is yellow. Yeah, my favorite color is yellow. Or if you want like a color scheme of things, the old Halloween color scheme is always good too, like that purple, orange, whatever. I'm not sure what we're doing with the colors, but you know, it's gonna be beautiful, whatever it is. Somebody finally knows. My favorite is yellow. Is my favorite for sure. Yeah, yellow is just such a happy color. Sesame Street song. Loads of hair. Well, people used to tell me that I looked like I looked like Cousin It, and I should have taken it as I wanted to make you something. I wanted to send some Canadian candy bars, a few of which have peanuts. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I love that. I've never gotten to try anything Canadian candy related. Very sweet. Thank you. But yeah, I'm good with peanuts. Don't you're not you I won't have a problem with peanuts. But yeah, when I was a kid, I had really long hair, and everybody used to say that I looks like Cousin It, and I probably should have taken it as I should have taken offense to it, but I thought Cousin It was adorable back then, even back then. So I just rolled with it. I was like, yeah, okay. Maybe your nut allergy is the opposite of mine. Honestly, like I'm kind of I realized that that was a thing until I realized that it was an allergy that I had because I was like, wait, you can be basically allergic to everything but peanuts. And it's like, yeah, it's tree nuts, so it's different class. What your favorite color was orange? My favorite color is yellow, but I love orange. Or you can see I love orange. Um, Peanuts for me, yeah. That peanuts is the more common one. Um, And I always am like, whenever I'm like filling out a thing and it's like, what are you allergic to? I'm like, tree nuts. They're like, peanuts? And I'm like, no, tree nuts. And they're like, what? Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to be difficult with my allergy. Um, Pink for sure. I missed a little bit of stream. You've missed nothing of the book. We wrote our review for the past book, and now we are getting into this book. So you are right on time. Let's bring that up. Started. Yep, getting started. We took a couple of detours, but we're here. The kid at one of the daycares I worked. Peanuts, tree nuts, and eggs. Ooh, eggs would be bad. I've known people that I knew somebody that was allergic to in high school. I knew somebody who was allergic to she was from our youth group and she was allergic to like peanuts, eggs, wheat, and dairy. And I was just like, oh my god. What can you eat? Luckily, but anything with peanuts and it makes my mouth itchy, and then I get a ton of that's basically me with tree nuts. Yeah, like if I eat tree nuts, I'm not gonna die. But it's not going to be pleasant, you know? You get hives. Oof, yeah. Wheat, dairy, and eggs are in everything. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This was copyright 2001. As we've established, there's no working order. It apparently does not matter because even the wiki that the fan-made wiki doesn't know what order these books are supposed to be read in. I'm not even sure if they were released one at a time or in like batches. Yeah, if you keep doing it, it can make it worse. For sure. When I was a kid and I found out, because I was like in middle school and I found out that I had an allergy, I was like, it's not that bad. And I would like every once in a while be like, I can do tree nuts. And then it started getting worse. And I was like, oh, this is bad. Dude, usually FanWiki knows everything, right? Like, I was like, what? How obscure are these books that the FanWiki doesn't know? Really? Okay, let me start a poll for I didn't end up doing a poll for the star rating because we were pretty much all in agreement. But let's say, who do we think is keeping the clue keeper? Born bad. Ooh, I'm sorry. My mom has this weird, like not weird, but like I never heard of anybody else being allergic to it. She's allergic to like oranges. Like really, really bad. Like even if there's a little bit of orange in something, she'll get Velma, Fred, add an option. Is it gonna be Daphne? I feel like we've already read through all of Daphne's. Daphne literally got like 4 in a row. I don't know how we got to that particular mix, but and I'm gonna put Scooby Shaggy, even though I don't think they're ever going to do the keep the clues. I think they're barred. They haven't done it yet. Eggs and ham. Half listening right now. Now that's cool. I want to take you away from family stuff. That'd be lame if it was just like, Mom, I can't talk to you. I'm watching this person, this girl read Scooby Doo. I know it's not ever gonna be Shaggy, but I still vote for Shaggy. I know. I'm secretly like hoping that it's Shaggy. For years, I got really bad, so avoided it, and then all of a sudden, the allergies faded. Interesting. I guess that can happen. I guess our bodies adapt to things. All right. So for those asking about the restaurant, we start at Billy's Barn. No, don't open that. I don't want to open editing software right now. There we go. We're starting at Billy's Barn. Can everybody see? This one has a lot more pictures in it for everybody wondering. Books like this are the main reason that I have the top-down camera, and the Goosebump books never really utilize it because we don't really have illustrations at all there, but you know. All right. What's a clue keeper? So a clue keeper is literally just they keep these books are like written in the first person, like you hang out with your friends, the Mystery Inc. gang, and they tell you about their mystery, and they've kept like a clue keeper, which is literally just like a notebook of all their clues, and it's basically just like a plot device for how they're telling us about this. It's another joke character and actor. Instinct Shaggy. Yeah, I know. Yay, pictures. Yeah, I love Shaggy too. Shaggy was always my favorite. I always related to Velma quite a lot as like the nerdy girl, but definitely Shaggy was always a favorite too. Hello, Green Chat. Hey, Laser. Good luck volunteering. Only because you know why. All right, let's see. Let's get into it. It's just about lunchtime, and you can hardly wait to meet the gang at Billy's Barn. You walk through the swinging red doors and find yourself inside a genuine barn. Oh, the horse stalls have been changed into private booths. The hayloft is set up for the band, and the hen house out back has been turned into the kitchen, complete with a big brick barbecue. The sweet and tangy smell of Billy's barbecue sauce tickles your nose and makes you sneeze. Gesundheit, Scooby calls out from one of the booths. There's Scooby. You walk on over to find Scooby seated next to Shaggy at the table. Fred, Velma, and Daphne sit across from them. Hey, it's great to see you, Velma says with a smile. I mean, they're all sitting. I mean, I guess, yeah, they are sitting across. Okay, fair enough. In one of the books, they had the wrong description of how they were all seated, and it was driving me insane for the whole book. We picked this place because we know it's one of your favorites. I'm just picturing Al's Toy Barn, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Like, it's one of our favorites too, Shaggy said. Right, Scoob? Right, says Scooby. Shaggy, any place that serves food is one of your favorites, Velma replies. And what's wrong with that? Shaggy asks. A guy's gotta eat, you know. Ran Rogs, Roo, Scooby adds. Everyone laughs as the waiter walks over. He's dressed in denim overalls and a big straw hat. He smiles and places a platter of food on the table. Man, this is my lucky day, Shaggy says. All you can eat barbecue, corn on the cob. The waiter also dumps a handful of corn holders onto the table. Scooby picks one up. Hey, look at that, Shaggy says as Scooby waves it through the air. It's a sword for a teeny tiny knight. I'm surprised you're joking about knights, Daphne says. It's only been a few days since our close call with you-know-who. Oh, boy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Wait, hang on. I have sounds. I get to use my sounds. Shaggy exclaims. Did you have to remind me, Daph? Now I've lost my appetite. I'll believe that when I see it, Daphne says with a smile. I guess we should explain, Fred says. Our last mystery involved the Purple Knight, and it was really something, Velma adds. Would you like to hear more about it? Asks Daphne, and maybe even try to solve it yourself? You nod your head with excitement. This is me nodding my head with excitement. I'm giving myself a headache. We thought so, Daphne says. That's why we came prepared. With this. She hands you a small notebook. Here's the clue keeper from our last mystery. They have a different clue keeper for each one? I thought they were just keeping like a big notebook and they were using it until it filled up. Don't worry, I took pretty good notes. Everything that happened is in there. Daphne's taking the notes. Daphne's taking the what? Daphne's taking the notes, you guys. You don't understand. She's taken the notes so many times. Remember to keep your eyes open for suspect eyes, Fred explains. That means you've met one of the suspects. And the flashlight means you found a clue, Velma continues. At the end of each entry, we'll ask you some questions to help you organize things. Write down your notes in your own clue keeper, Daphne says, and by the end of lunch, I'll bet you'll have solved the case of the Purple Knight. Good luck, says Fred. I like that they're naming their own things. All right, so now we're getting into the clue keeper entry number 1. I gotta put this down and talk to chat for a second. Daphne gives someone else a turn, right? All right, can I end the poll, please? Thank you. I can't believe... You guys, those who haven't read these books with us yet, Daphne is always keeping the clue keeper. It's insane how often she does. Billy's Barn? That sounds almost like a normal restaurant. Someone don't give this author the heads up on the whimsical restaurant motif. I mean, it's literally a barn. It looks like they've kept... It sounds like it's a Cracker Barrel, you know? Just hopefully, you know, not as racist as Cracker Barrel. The plot, the end all plot. Pictures and books? Yes! Now I'll stop and listen. Fred is at 8%. Poor Fred. Fred's kept the clue keeper, what, 2 or 3 times? Welcome to Hell House. It's terrible in here. It's all the goosebumps. It's frying my brain. Hell House. Hen House. That would be a mediocre name for a band. Yeah. Yeah. You should totally get a group of friends to do the voices. I would love that. I don't know who I know that could do... Maddie can do voices. We'll have Maddie come over and help us one time, although she's going to be preoccupied helping us with Kingdom Hearts for the next eon. Ready of Goosebumps. Welcome to Dead House. Yes. Oh no, there's a Hell House. It's going to give Scooby Doo religious trauma. Well, I was going to say that's Hill House, but that's just trauma. That's just family generational trauma. I almost wish I could go to this restaurant IRL. The idea of each table being walled off in its own stall. An introvert's dream restaurant, right? Oh, I love that. Corn holders. Okay. If I ask you guys what cornhole is, do you guys know what it is? Just curious. Who would say hi to me? I'll say hi to you. I'm basically the Belmo by proxy as far as anybody cares. For that zoinks. Oh yes, I come complete with a soundboard of sound effects. Kinda, yeah, yes. I think this is better written than some of the Goosebumps books, so I don't think... Well, reserve your opinions. It involves throwing sacks of corn at a door with a hole in it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, everybody's on the same page. So my dad was doing a company thing, and I guess they were playing cornhole, and he was like, they had this game, it was called Cornhole, and I was like, what? And my mom was like, yeah, what is that? I'm like, neither of you know. What? How does nobody know this? How do you guys know this? So I was wondering if it was just me. If it was just because I was raised here in Georgia and it's like a really southern thing. I don't know. Daphne, the only one with legible hand. She probably does have really good handwriting, to be fair. Daphne's streak is back. What is it, the 5th time she's done the thing? She's kept the clues. Yeah, Daphne's always been smarter than people give her credit for, yeah. Velma is at 53% for canon reasons. I like it. very street smart. Like, she can think on her feet. Yeah, she can, like, make a trap out of, like, lipstick and, like, save her own life with, like, a cell phone battery and a scrunchie. Like, definitely street smarts. I know, right? They need to remind us that she does contribute. So maybe that's why she gets the clue keeper so often. Why am I on the lowest setting to see to monitor my own stream? Oh, there will be things to make fun of, Darth Sidious. You have no idea. Parents own cornhole boards and bags. Cool. We never owned it, obviously, because my parents don't know what it is. We had bocce growing up, though. That was our lawn game. Solving the mysteries with some of the kids from the Goosebump books, and oh my god, the crossover of the century. Okay, so my parents aren't alone. Not everybody knows. I was just interested. I just wanted to know if it was just a me thing, like if I was the odd one out. I'm always here for Scooby Doo encountering legitimate supernatural threats. That's why I love Zombie Island so much. Yes, that video is now being pushed till after Halloween, but it's coming up. Cornhole is. I know Daphne is a great character. Gives off MacGyver, but a teenage girl vibes. Yes, she gives me kind of Kim Possible vibes too. You know. Yes, it was Daphne. HE double hockey 6 instead of hell, like Mike from that chapter says. Reminds me of the movie I covered that Disney Channel movie HE double hockey 6. I covered that a while back. That was a bizarre but adorable little movie, wasn't it? Zombie Island is amazing. Yes, it is. I love the whole Scooby game. I love them all too. I used to say I didn't like Fred, but I have come to appreciate and adore Fred as the himbo that he is. A giant fan, and she used her belt to stop it. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. I haven't covered any MacGyver yet. It's funny because I worked on the reboot of MacGyver. Fred is my fave himbo. Fred and Kronk. I've got my Kronk shirt on, so I guess it's himbo night, I guess. They're all such close friends. It's nice, yeah. Only like Fred and Mystery Incorporated. He definitely gets the most character development, or so I've heard. All right, let's read into the next chapter. Well, this is Clue Keeper entry number 1, the first official chapter. 13 Ghosts was wild. I've been meaning to cover that for forever, too. We'll get there. Cool top, thank you. I found it on eBay for 99 cents plus shipping. It came sent to me in a Tostina's pizza roll box, and that was hilarious. All right, Clue Keeper entry number 1. Fred steered the mystery machine through a big stone gate. We drove along a gravel driveway to a parking lot. Well, gang, here we are, Fred said as he turned off the van. Everybody out. We all jumped out of the van and saw an enormous castle standing before us. There was even a real drawbridge. Jinkies! A beautiful castle, Velma gasped. It looks like something out of a storybook. Or the King Arthur legend, I added. But it sure doesn't look anything like a furniture store, Shaggy said. Fred, Velma, and I looked at Shaggy. What are you talking about, Shaggy? Fred asked. Like, I thought the Round Table was a furniture store, Shaggy replied. That is the name of the place, isn't it? Yes, but why would we go to a furniture store for dinner, I asked. Like, that's what I want to know, Shaggy said with a shrug. Ree-roo, Shaggy agreed. Shaggy, the castle in front of us is not a furniture store, I explained. This is a restaurant called the Round Table. But it's more than just a place to eat. It has a King Arthur theme, so they're doing the mystery at the medieval times place. Okay, that's why we're eating at Billy's Barn. Where were we? Where did it say we were? Billy's Barn. There's going to be a medieval jousting competition. We watch it while we eat. You mean like knights fighting on horseback? Shaggy asked. Exactly, I said. And lots of medieval food, too, Velma added. We'll eat the way knights and ladies ate in a time of King Arthur. I'm sure it's very accurate. But we'll never get to it unless we go inside. We walked over the drawbridge and into the castle. A shiny suit of armor stood just outside the entrance. Welcome to the round table, a voice said. I want to play a drinking game. Play a drinking game anytime I use one of the sound effects for the catchphrases. Shaggy exclaimed. That suit of armor just spoke. Take it easy, Shaggy, I said. The voice didn't come from that suit of armor. It came from me, a man said, jumping out from behind the suit of armor. He was wearing a long purple robe and a crown on his head. I'm King Murray, and welcome to the round table. You're our millionth customer. Of course we are. So tonight, you'll be my special guests. Unless the purple knight shuts us down, another voice added. We all turned and saw a man dressed in a court jester's costume walking toward us. For a guy who was supposed to make people laugh, he sure wore a sad expression. Suspect eyes. Marshall, we don't have to bother these nice young people with such nonsense, King Murray said. I don't call mysterious notes about the curse of the Purple Knight nonsense, Marshall replied. Curse? Shaggy stuttered. I told you not to buy that crown, Marshall continued, but you had to spend all of our money on it to get it. And now we're getting these threatening notes about a curse. If anything happens to that crown, we'll have to close the restaurant. We'll be ruined. Stop worrying, King Murray said. Don't tell me what to do. Marshall shot back. I offered to buy your half of the restaurant, but you wouldn't sell it. If I was running this place on my own, this never would have happened. Now I'm stuck with you and your crazy ideas. Marshall Maxwell turned and stomped off into the castle. Sorry about that, kids, King Murray said. My brothers always thought he could run the place better without me. Brother. Oh, it's a sibling rivalry. Family trauma comes back. But forget about that. King Murray turned and faced the entrance to the castle. He raised his arms and yelled, Follow me, friends. It's time for the royal treatment. Fun part about Daphne. It seems when they're about to be started. Yeah, she uses the belt. That's I like that scene. Where was I? Vincent Van Ghoul. Great name for a band. Night of Berlin. Medieval times hits different. Maximum authenticity. Some of the food will make you sick, right? Yeah, somebody will get scurvy. Somebody will get I don't know. Dysentery? Old-timey illnesses. You don't do that, kids. Thinking that too. There is the What a Night for a Night was the pilot episode of Scooby Doo, and I was thinking about that. Reminds me of that. Different night though, I guess. I've actually never been to a medieval times. I like my liver functional, thanks. So I'm gonna make a hard pass on drinking game. That's fair. I'm drinking Coca-Cola, if anybody's wondering. So they've just got into the location. Yes. Financial debt over a piece of decor. I'm sorry, I don't think you were financially stable for right. The restaurant loses the wait, what if the restaurant loses a crown, it closes down? Someone did this to Burger King, it would have been closed down ages ago. Quick, someone get the crown from Burger King. Put us out of our misery. Botulism, yeah. Well, technically, with like, if you botulism feels frighteningly recent because of the whole pink sauce thing. Didn't somebody like there was a fear of botulism? I don't know that anybody got sick, but like there was that because of like the non shelf stable honey and milk in it. But, but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like so one person gets botulism, one person gets dysentery, one person gets scurvy, just to keep it interesting. Just one somebody at random. Aggie vegetarian in books, or does he eat whatever he eats? Whatever. They basically made him not a vegetarian like the second they didn't have to because they didn't care about respecting Casey Kasem at all. Chicken and cheering from man chainmail, yeah. Prediction from earlier was right. The main place focus, yes. He's a vegetarian in the classic show. I don't know about the books. Yeah, he's not a vegetarian in these books. I don't. Not that I've noticed. I could have sworn he's been eating meat in these books, but yeah, he was only a vegetarian when Casey Kasem voiced him, and not the entire time either, because he was voicing him for a little while and then threatened to quit if he wasn't vegetarian. And then, like the second he stopped voicing him, they were like, "Okay, Shaggy's gonna eat meat again," which feels disrespectful, you know. It looks like there's some kind of mystery about to unfold at the round table. But you saw the suspect eyes on page 8, right? Now take out your clue keeper. I got distracted by the this pattern behind. Sorry. And a pen, and answer these questions about the suspect you just met. What is the suspect's name? What is he doing at the round table? Why would he want to cause trouble at the round table? Once you've answered these questions, read on. Okay, so what is the guy's name? Marshall something. Marshall. Does he have a last name? Oh, he's a brother. So let's say Marshall Murray, I guess. Oh, good. My pen's writing for now. We sort of made fun of the idea of Shaggy being a vegetarian in Mystery Incorporated. Yeah. Wait, is it? Wait, have I been pronouncing Kasem wrong the entire time? Is it Kasem? Homeless girl from Scooby Doozy. Yeah, I feel like she has just like the most insane stories where you're just like, babe, what? Yeah, he seems like a chill dude. He does eat literally anything though. So he's the owner's brother, and he's, I guess, a co-owner. Motive is his brother is bad at business. My handwriting is especially messy tonight. Why'd you go into the abandoned house? Oh, it is Kasem. I just spelled it wrong. Okay, yeah. Yeah, because Casey Kasem, you expect it to be a C. C, that makes sense. I think some of the monsters are actually trying to, like, murder me. Oh, I think most of them, the people that are in costumes are just money hungry, and the monsters are they're just there, I guess. Legend of the Vampire. Oh my god. Wait till when this video finally does come out and you guys get to see it. Oh, Maddie and I had such a fun time covering that movie. It was a lot. Right. Sometimes I pause a live stream and forget it's live for a second. Yeah, I do that too. All the time. Alright. Clue Keeper Entry 2. We followed King Murray into the castle. He led us through a long hallway lined with suits of armor. King Murray, was the crown your brother spoke about the one you're wearing? I asked. He shook his head and led us to the far end of the hallway, away from the other armor. There we saw another suit of armor. The metal had a deep purple color. The suit stood with its arms outstretched. A velvet purple pillow rested across the arms, and on the pillow sat a beautiful jewel-encrusted crown. Professor Plum? That is the crown he's talking about, King Murray said proudly. Jinkies! Velma gasped. That crown must be very valuable. And very cursed, someone else said. Bentley Byron. What are you doing here? Asked King Murray. Suspect lists. When I heard that the crown of Arthur was here, I had to come and see for myself, Bentley replied. You know something valuable belongs in a museum. My museum. Do you mean Arthur as in King Arthur? Velma asks. Yes, Bentley answered, studying the crown closely. I have a dumb question. I'll reserve it for later. Yes, Bentley answered, studying the crown closely. What's the curse about? Fred said. Legend has it that King Arthur expelled one of his knights from the Round Table for trying to steal this very crown, Bentley explained. Arthur then had Merlin, his wizard, cast a spell to protect the crown. If anyone but the rightful owner should ever wear the crown, he will be cursed by the ghost of that night. Okay, I'm gonna stop reserving my question. I'm supposed to believe in this universe that King Arthur is a historical figure? Because nobody is disputing that, like, Merlin existed and stuff? Okay, I'll just keep reading. Was that knight by any chance called the Purple Knight? I asked. Quite right, young lady, Bentley answered. You know, Murray, this crown would be, if you'll pardon the expression, the crowning touch to my medieval exhibit. No way, Bentley, King Murray insisted. The crown stays here. The crown does not belong in a restaurant, Bentley protested. The crown stays here, King Murray repeated. All right, have it your way, Bentley said. I just hope it doesn't take a visit from the Purple Knight to help you change your mind. Bentley Byron turned and walked back down the hallway. Excuse me, King Murray, Shaggy said. Yes? Does the royal treatment you promise us include, like, dinner? Asked Shaggy. Shaggy's like, I don't care about this shit. I just want food. We see this kind of stuff all the time. Shaggy, Velma scolded. That's not polite. That's all right, King Murray smiled. In fact, dinner is our next stop. You'll get to enjoy a royal feast in the king's special box. Follow me. We followed King Murray through another doorway and down another hall, lined with shields, tapestries, swords, and other medieval things. We followed King Murray up a flight of steps and through a red curtain. Wow, Fred gasped. How cool is this? We looked out over an enormous circular arena. Colored flags hung along the walls. The floor was covered with dirt. Knights on horseback were riding around, practicing for the upcoming jousting competition. Real knights must have been very strong to ride around in those heavy iron suits, I commented. Oh, yes, Daphne, they were, King Murray agreed. But these knights here are wearing a special material my brother created for us. It looks like a real suit of armor, but it's much lighter and much more flexible. However, it still gets just as hot inside real armor. King Murray then stepped to the edge of his box and raised his arms. The knights slowly stopped riding and looked at him. And now, let the games and the food, Shaggy whispered to Scooby. Begin, shouted King Murray. So we know for a fact that the king isn't behind everything because we're only allowed to suspect people that have the suspect eyes next to them. So there's always one guy. The first person we meet in these books is always the guy that's innocent because he's like the point person. I feel like we should assume that everybody's guilty, right? I don't know why they're giving us that hint right away because I feel like he's totally guilty. But he won't be because he's the main guy. We need somebody to help. Yeah, if it's so important, it should be in a museum. It's literally at like a medieval times, like tourist trap. If I'm not mistaken, there's actual evidence that in the 14th century, King Arthur, or at least the king who inspired the Arthurian legend, did in fact actually exist. Okay. I see. That's why I was like, it's a dumb question because I knew that it was debated whether or not King Arthur was a real person. But then they went into like the whole thing about like, and historically Merlin put a spell on, and I was like, what? Nobody's disputing Merlin, the magician? I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe Merlin was real. It's just a funny thing to like just be like, it's like a Jonathan Frakes thing, right? It would be just like Jonathan Frakes to tell you the story of like a curse and then be like, and it's totally real. Factual evidence. But yeah, that's interesting that at the very least, someone inspired the Arthurian legend. Like, the Arthurian legends remind me a lot of the legends of Robin Hood, right? Because there's an argument to be made that they're based off of real people at least, but it's just one of those things that's debated, you know? In the Scoobyverse, Pterodactylus in the modern era and wizards are real. Yes, we've caught two things. So the Scoobyverse is getting lit, is what we're saying. And an alchemist or early medicine user. That's true. That's very, very true. Merlin could have existed and yeah. The cartoonishness of his magic could have just been lost in translation, I guess. All right, Velma's mystery solving tips. I'll bet you spotted the suspect eyes on page 14. Open up your clue keeper and answer these questions about him. What is the suspect's name? What is he doing at the round table? Why would he want to cause trouble at the round table? After you've jotted down your answers, turn the page and continue reading. His name is Bentley Byron. That's his name. And the actual legends aren't believed to be real, but there is a king from the 14th century whose tales were warped to become the legends over time. The Scooby Doo can definitely take liberties. Yeah. I'm with you. No one questions the talking dogs, but everything else supernatural. Yeah, right. Yes, Scrappy Doo can talk, Paula, and then also it was a character in like the early 80s that they then scrapped after a while. That's not supposed to be a pun about Scrappy Doo, but the other like cousin that was like a grayish white dog that had a hat. You're a wizard, Scooby. Heard of that Merlin fella? What a hat. Doofy Doo. Yeah. Was that his name? Oh, we're asking are there any dogs who aren't related to Scooby? I can't think of any off the top of my head. That's what we were talking about just a couple of streams ago. Sword in the Stone was a real sword. It would be a Celtic sword or a Roman sword, but I'm in favor of Celtic sword. Hillbilly cousin. Was Scrappy an orphan? Where were Scrappy's where were Scrappy's parents? Have we been collectively as a fandom bullying an orphan child this entire time? Suspect 2. Bentley. Iron. Job. Fancy. Museum. Director. Motive. Wants. King Arthur's crown. I need to remind myself of my clue keeper system. It's been a second. Rappy's mom was alive. She just sent him over to Scooby to watch him for a while. Ah. There was a non-talking poodle once. Do you remember the non-talking poodle? Parents just dumped him on the bachelor uncle and his friends. And then they realized how much danger he was always in, so they took him back eventually. Normal dog, so he didn't talk. It's took under his care. Aw, that's cute, Cameron. I do remember your Scooby Doo fan art that we looked at. That was fun. All right. Hello, McFly. There we go. Hey, thank you for 20 concurrents in the chat. I was saying this last night, but for those who weren't there, I'm so grateful. I was talking to my brother about getting to skip that part of streaming where you first start out and there's like nobody in chat with you to talk to. Like I started streaming not quite 2 years into this channel, so I got to skip that, so everybody was here. Also, you know what's crazy? I started streaming in March of this year. March. And we had just over 1,000 subscribers at that point. I think we had like 1.2, if I'm remembering. Maybe it was more. But like, yeah, the channel's grown so much in the past 6 to 8 months. There's Mr. Doo here. I got a call from Mr. Doo. Melvin Doo. The internet was cutting out. Oh, that might have been mine. I don't know if that was my internet or your internet. Scooby Doo movie had a lot of issues, but it was still pretty fun. Yeah, definitely. One day I'll do a video about them for sure. Don't know when, but hopefully sooner than later. No, it's definitely mine. Oh, okay. Not happy that your internet cut out, but I'm glad that I don't have to fix anything right now on my end. Clue Keeper Entry 3. Yeah, the straight to VHS movies are fun. That's like when Zombie Island happened. I already talked about Witches Ghosts in a video from last year. That was another favorite of mine. Keeper Entry 3. I hope you enjoy the show, King Murray said. And of course, your meal, too. I have to get ready for my part of the show. I'll see you kids later. King Murray walked down a staircase from the front of the royal box onto the stadium floor. A knight rode into the middle of the arena, and the first of the jousting matches began. Behind us, a waiter came through the curtain carrying a big tray of food. He tried to balance the tray on one hand and take the plates of food off with the other. He reached for a plate. The big tray started tilting. Whoa, he yelled as he quickly grabbed the tray with both hands and balance it out. Both hands to balance it out. Here, let us help, Fred said. He stood up and took plates off the big tray. Aw, Fred's a good boy. He handed them to me and Velma, and we put them down on the table. Thanks, the waiter said. He looked around and then looked down. You know, I'm not really a waiter, he whispered. My name is Wesley Warren, and I own Ye Olden Times. It's a restaurant on the other side of town. I was wondering if I could ask you kids some questions. Oh boy, it's a spy. He's a spy, everybody. Let's do Scooby Doo. She was great, for sure. That was a good version of Daphne. Scooby, could you get the basket of rolls from Fred? Shaggy interrupted. Roulette, Scooby answered. He stood up and reached over to Fred's side of the table. Wesley Warren looked up and saw Scooby. He screamed and dived under the table. Are you all right, sir? Velma asked. That's just our dog, Scooby Doo. Oh, a dog? The waiter said as he stood up. Thank goodness. I thought it was a horse. I'm deathly afraid of horses. Doesn't he have a competing business? Why are you here pretending to be a waiter? I asked. Murray Maxwell. Oh, Murray Maxwell. Their last name is Maxwell. Marshall Maxwell. Okay, hang on. But when they said King Murray, they meant Murray as like, anyway, his last name? Anyway. Murray Maxwell and its restaurant have been stealing customers from my restaurant for years, Wesley complained. Stealing? I asked. Well, not really stealing, he admitted. But I used to have a booming business, and then Maxwell Brothers opened this place, and now most people come here instead of to my place. Have you considered that your place sucks? That's a shame, I sympathized. Wesley nodded. I snuck in today disguised as a waiter so I could try to get a look around and see what his secret to success is. And when I find that secret, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine. Fred, you don't think that Purple Knight's going to show up soon, do you? Interrupted Shaggy. Why? Fred replied. Because Scooby and I have a few more courses to finish, Shaggy answered. And we'd have to and we'd hate to have to eat and run. Who's the Purple Knight? Asked Wesley. Some gimmick that Murray dreamed up? No, just some creepy ghost who's supposed to be guarding the crown of King Arthur, Shaggy answered between bites. Shaggy already knows what's up. He's like, look, I never get to finish my food because there's always a monster chasing us. Just want to eat my rolls first. Wesley's eyes lit up when he heard Shaggy. Really? Asked Wesley. Is the crown of Arthur here? I think you'd better go, Mr. Warren. Fred interrupted. King Murray will be coming back soon, and he wouldn't be too happy to see you here. That's all right, Wesley said. I was just going to find the crown of Arthur, that is. Thanks for your help, kids. Anytime you want a free meal, come on over to Ye Olden Times. Wesley Warren dashed through the curtain in the blink of an eye. Where'd the waiter go? Asked Shaggy. Does this mean we can't get seconds? Corporate espionage. The plot thickens. Corporate espionage. Yes, we love us some corporate espionage here. In the whole living dead scenario. I mean, maybe. I think Witch's Ghost, my not unpopular opinion, because Witch's Ghost is very popular, but I think Witch's Ghost overall is my favorite more so than Zombie Island, just for overall vibe, like spooky season vibe and Tim Curry, but they're both fantastic. Oh no, Shaggy is becoming self-aware. Oh god. Every book we read, Shaggy becomes a little bit more aware until he breaks the fourth wall and looks directly into our eyes. All right. Fred's mystery-solving tips. Well, this suspect is certainly an interesting character, isn't he? Did you spot the suspect eyes on page 21? Get out your clue keeper and answer these questions about him. What is the suspect's name? Why is he at the round table? Why would he want to make trouble for the round table? Once you've finished, read on to see what happened next. Warren. Mr. Warren. What's his name? Wesley Warren? Wesley Warren. There you go. They all have first and last names that start with the same letter. I see the motif. Marshall Maxwell, Bentley Byron, or now we have Wesley Warren. Now I say the name Wesley, I'm just picturing Wesley from The Princess Bride. That's the only one I know how to picture, to be fair. Never met somebody in my personal life named Wesley. Job. Owner of rival. Medieval times. Motive. To shut down the competition. Shaggy's an all-powerful god or eldritch beast, I can't remember. Maybe he's both. Literally, The Princess Bride is Chef's Kiss. I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, but the older I get, the more I'm like, love that movie. All right. Let's move on to Clue Keeper entry 4. Are we on 4? We're on 4. These books are such quick, easy reads. As we finished eating, the second jousting contest started. We watched knights on horseback ride around the arena and joust at each other with long, sharp poles called lances. Since we were sitting in the royal box, the knights would stop in front of us and bow before each match. After the third match, we heard a loud trumpet blast. Everyone in the stadium quieted down as King Murray rode out onto the middle of the arena on a white horse. He still wore his purple robe, but he wasn't wearing his crown. "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen," he called. "This evening, I have something very special to show you." He clapped his hands, and a red curtain at the far end of the stadium parted. A knight carrying a lance in one hand slowly led a horse to the center of the stadium. The purple suit of armor from the hallway sat on the horse's back. The armor was still holding the crown of Arthur on the purple pillow. Wait. No, that was right. And now, ladies and gentlemen of the royal court, I present an item that has not been worn since the days of King Arthur, King Murray announced, the crown of Arthur. King Murray reached over and he certainly did lift the thing. He carefully lifted the crown from the pillow. He held it with both hands and raised it over his head for all to see. Everyone started clapping. King Murray then slowly lowered the crown until it rested on his own head. Shaggy suddenly exclaimed, "Like, I don't know about you, but I think I saw a purple suit of armor move." Here we go, guys. The infamous double panel to show us the first sighting of the bad guy monster. That's probably just because the horse is moving, I noticed. "No, Shaggy's right," Fred said. "Look." Sure enough, the purple suit of armor on the horse started moving. It reached over and grabbed the lance from the knight who was holding the horse. Oh, there's an exclamation point. Who's holding the horse? Oh no! The knight dropped the reins and backed away. The purple suit of armor picked up the reins. It turned the horse to face King Murray, who was now looking pretty scared himself. "I am the Purple Knight," a voice boomed from inside the suit of purple armor. "No one wears the crown of Arthur. Now you must pay." The Purple Knight gave the horse a light kick and started riding around the ring. King Murray sat on the horse in the middle, frozen with fear. The Purple Knight rode around the arena, faster and faster. He raised the lance and pointed it at King Murray, then gave the horse a swift kick. And the horse started charging towards him. "Like, I can't watch," Shaggy shouted. He and Scooby covered their eyes. King Murray closed his eyes, too. The Purple Knight's lance speared the crown off King Murray's head. Then the Purple Knight stopped his horse. "All of you must leave, or you too will be cursed by the Purple Knight," he yelled. Everyone in the stadium started clapping as the Purple Knight disappeared through the red curtain at the far end of the stadium. They thought it was all just part of the show, like Enchanted. Entertainment's much better this year than last year. But I was pretty sure from the look on King Murray's terrified face that it wasn't. "Man, I'll say one thing about the Purple Knight," Shaggy said. "He sure can ride a horse." "Shaggy, I think you're onto something," I said. "Come on." We walked down the stairs to the... we already get a clue. To the stadium floor. Fred and Velma walked over to King Murray. Shaggy picked something up that had been left on the ground right by where the Purple Knight had been. It was a card or ticket. Interesting. What does it say, Shaggy? I asked. "It's a ticket to a horse show from last week," Shaggy said, reading the ticket. "Like I said, the Purple Knight is into horses." Shaggy and Scooby's mystery-solving tips. "Like, I guess I stumbled onto something. The only trouble is I'm not sure what it is. Check the flashlight on page 31 and then answer these questions about it in your clue keeper. When you're done, maybe you can tell me what I discovered. What is the clue? What does it have to do with the mystery? Which of the suspects does this eliminate? Both of them. This eliminates everybody but the museum director guy, right? What is happening? Like, am I wrong? Because the one guy, the rival competitor manager guy, is afraid of horses, and he was riding a horse, and the ticket means that he needed a ticket to get in. which means it couldn't have been the brother because the brother's a co-owner, right? Right. And that's why it's Daphne. She adds flavor to the text. Fun little exclamation points at the high attention. And you can imagine that she writes it in like glitter gel pen, and it's fantastic. We love that. Liquid music of the vampire name. Make it our suspect in one single clue this time. Unless I'm very wrong, which I could be. To deviate from Mug's famous catchphrase. Trips me out that at one point in recent history you had to worry about being hunted by a large cat that was able to stare you directly in the eye and a sloth with powerful clawed arms. Yeah, we think about it as being like so long ago, and it was in context, but like not as long as some people think it was. Okay, Perry. We won. Ticket. There's some super weird mammals that showed up after the dinosaurs were gone. Yeah. Wait, so being okay, Perry, hang on. I'll ask my question with the chat when I get back. Never fuck with the purple knight. Everybody say hello. Perry has entered chat. I know. Hi, Perry. Everybody's gonna want to go full cam. Hi. There you go. Kitty. Big scream. Yeah, you guys can hear her, right? When she's outside the door. Hi, Perry. Are you gonna help us solve a mystery? Perry decides when she shows up, I guess. She runs on her own schedule. Did you want to say hi to everybody? Did you do big, important secret agent things today that you can't talk about? Yes, everybody loves cat. I'm convinced that if I just like did a cat stream, or like the next time I have kittens, if I just did like a little kitten stream, like taking care of the kittens, I think that would be like my most viewed thing. And I get it, because we like cats most of the time. This one is a very dramatic cat. Can you please? I should. I haven't had foster kittens in a little while, but hopefully I'll have some soon. I miss my fosters. I need that to feel my serotonin. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. One of my fosters was in one of my videos one time, a while back. It was in a Beyond Belief video, that little black and white kitten. And the family who adopted him stays in touch, and we get to see pictures, and he's very adorable. His name is DJ. For April Fools, just do a Perry video. I just do a video where it's just Perry, but like I voice Perry like those 90s movies. That would actually be pretty funny. Hey Perry, do you want to read? You want to read with us? We're reading Scooby Doo. Do you like Scooby Doo? I would 100% watch a stream of baby cats being cared for like the precious baby angels they are. You know, it's interesting because like I would if the next time we had them, I'd like to do like a thing like educating on like how to take care of kittens and like bottle feed them and stuff. Because it's not difficult. It's just you just have to know what you're actually doing a little bit. No cats can read. This one can. This one's a super secret agent, Agent P, and she's sinking into her. Yep, I was like, you're sinking. Bet they can, and they just don't tell us. Yeah, I bet so too. All right, sorry, I had to get my foot uh not slipping off the chair. You good? Did I disturb you? I'm so sorry. I'll hug Perry. She's a very like likable cat. Like she's a very like friendly cat. Hi, honey. Okay, don't fall. Hang on. There we go. I'll monitor it over here until Perry gets down, which could be any time. Oh, I know what you want. You're gonna love this, Perry. You still have to take notes. I'm writing down that someone needed this ticket. And the one dude, let's just say dude 3 hates horses, but he is at the show. Like he is there, so he probably needed a ticket to get in, maybe. Dude 1. We are watching Perry. We're at the medieval place and some idiot thinks Scooby's a horse. Yeah, we're chilling with Perry. We're chilling with Perry and we're writing down the note we found a ticket stub for last week's horse show. My money is on director of the museum dude. Perry is very chill. She's a very well, sometimes. She can be kind of, she has no brain cells, just vibes though. Clue Keeper entry 5, Perry. We're on Clue Keeper entry 5. Oh, am I disturbing you in your bath time? Let's see. Let's go back to small cam since you're probably gonna leave soon anyway, and I want them to see this. King Murray, Fred, and Velma joined us. We showed them the ticket. Let's go check out the stables, Fred suggested. At that moment, Marshal Maxwell hurried over to us. The bells of his jester's cap jingled wildly. My money don't jingle jingle. Hit bold. Oh no! This isn't the wrong thing. Hang on. Hit the wrong button. Dreamception. Sorry, guys. This is where we were supposed to be. Yep. Got it. Wrong camera. Hi. You knew we were on the wrong camera, I bet. You'd be a great streamer. At that moment, Marshal Maxwell hurried over to us. The bells of his jester's cap jingled wildly. Are you happy now, Murray? He yelled, red-faced with anger. Now see what you've done. The Purple Knight has our crown. We're ruined. Leave me alone, Marshal. King Murray, please don't play with my hair. Don't play with my hair. It's not necessary. All hail the void. Harry. Why? Why, though? Leave me alone, Marshal, King Murray told him. I have to help these kids solve the mystery. Why are you trying to eat hair? It's hair. I'm gonna turn this with one hand, and it's very cumbersome, Perry. Okay, thank you. Oh, we getting down? Are we staying here? Okay, bye, Perry. Avery and Perry and the Streamverse of Madness. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I have to help these kids solve this mystery. What a thing to say to your brother. Don't be mad at me that I spent all our money on a famous crown when we own a restaurant. I need to help these kids, these young folks, solve a mystery. I have to help these meddling kids solve this mystery, right? King Murray brushed past his brother and led us through the red curtain. We found ourselves in the stable area. There was a row of horse stalls along each side of the stable. There were also lots of hay all over the floor. Rats! I exclaimed. Rikes! Scooby yelled. He jumped into Shaggy's arms. What's the matter, pal? Shaggy asked. Rats! Scooby said. Scooby, I didn't mean I saw real rats, I explained. I said it because I was hoping to follow the horse's hoof prints. With all the straw everywhere, we'll never figure out which way it went. Like, maybe the Purple Knight turned back into a ghost and disappeared and we'll never see him again? And now we'll just have to go home and get something to eat, Shaggy said hopefully. Or maybe the Purple Knight left his horse right over there, I said. The horse the Purple Knight had been riding stood in the... Oh, look at the good horse boy. Last stall on the left. It was still panting from its big run. Did you find anything? Fred asked as he and Velma walked over to join us. So far, just the horse, I said. Since when does Fred not want to pair off with Daphne? Maybe them making out isn't book safe, so they split them up since it was Daphne's point of view. King Murray went on to make sure no one leaves yet, Velma said. That should buy us some time, Fred added. Buying us some water, Shaggy asked. Like Scoob and I are thirsty from all this detective work. Yeah, thirsty. Rhea, thirsty, Scooby echoed. He picked up an empty water bottle from the floor and pretended to drink from it. Give me a second, Perry. Let me see that, I said. I examined the water bottle closely. The bottle's still cold, which means that someone drank it recently. Someone who was very thirsty, Velma suggested. Someone who had just ridden a horse in a suit of armor, Fred exclaimed. Someone like the Purple Knight. I mean, can you prove that it was the Purple Knights? I don't know. I'll bet the Purple Knight must still be around here somewhere, I said. And the quickest way to find him is to split up and search, Fred suggested. Velma and I will look around for more clues in here. Shaggy, Scooby, and I will go back to the Hall of Armor and see if we can find anything there, I said. Hang on, Perry. Perry needs to get out. And back from eating dinner. Welcome back, Milo. Now the Scooby Doo theme, the What's New Scooby Doo theme song is in my head. I love that. She's so cute. Thank you. She's a mess, but we love her. The absolute leaps in logic this man is making. Fuck our business. The teen detectives are more important, right? What's with their resistance on the word meddling? I think we've covered it before. I think Ellery's theory was that meddling, since the kid is supposed to solve the case themselves, it would discourage them from like asking questions, maybe. Headless Horseman's horse from the Disney cartoon. It does. That is a great cartoon. I had fun doing a video about that because, oh my god, the nostalgia. Thirsty, did he read the Goosebumps book? Chat. Miss Elise goes, oh no. Oh. Very adorable, Milo. Velma's right. It is interesting. All right. All right, let's see. Clue number 2 is the most boring clue I think we found so far in the series. It is a water bottle that is empty. Also, it is cold. This, of course, means, this is not a jump in logic on Fred's part. It belongs to the culprit. Obviously. Oh god, chat. He's very adorable. We joke that he's cuter than everyone else's babies. Oh, how old is he? Literally how, Fred? Fred needs a hug. Poor Fred. Our cat had rabies the other day because she had drool on her lower lip jaw. Oh no. Scans. 17 times the bathroom for 2 days. She's good now. Probably just had. Oh, poor kid. 4 months. Oh, sweetie. That's so cute. I didn't even really look at what the questions were. I just kind of wrote down the general thing. Wow, that was a pretty important clue you found on page 36, was it? Take a few minutes to answer these questions in your clue keeper, and then read on to see how we tried to catch the Purple Knight. Do we not get a third clue? We're not oh, we do get a third clue. Okay, I'm like, we usually get 3 clues. What is a clue? What does this clue tell you about the Purple Knight that chased Shaggy and Scooby? I guess that it's real and not a ghost, because they're gonna say ghosts don't drink water. Which of the suspects does this clue seem to fit? Which of the suspects does this clue seem to fit? I don't know. I mean, it's a water bottle. Doesn't a water bottle kind of fit everybody? Am I missing something? Who do we know that drinks water, right? Like, guys. The only thing that might make a water bottle interesting is if it were plastic and a whole squadron of biscuit girl creatures came charging for it. What's water? I genuinely don't know. Which of the suspects does this clue seem to fit? It's a water bottle. It's a water bottle. Anyway, okay. Clue Keeper entry 6. Shaggy, Scooby, and I walked around inside until we found the Hall of Armor. At the far end, we noticed that the purple suit of armor was missing. Hey, I cried as a man scrambled along the wall towards the door. It was Wesley Warren. What are you doing in here? Oh, it's just you, he said. I was afraid I was the one. It was one of the Maxwell brothers. I don't want them to find me in here spying on the place. Like, do you know what happened to the brown purple knight that was standing over there? Shaggy asked. No, I took a wrong turn and ended up in their kitchen. While I was there, I decided to check out their menu. I just came in this room this very second, he replied. Sure you did. I wondered if he was telling the truth. Had he dressed as the knight, then stashed the crown somewhere else? He certainly didn't have it now. The crown's been stolen, I told him. Please don't leave until we find out who did it. Oh, that's awful, he said. That is true. The bad guys always stick around in the Scooby Doo mysteries. Let me find Murray and see if I can help. He hurried out of the room. I looked at Scooby and Shaggy. I'm going to see what I can find in the next room. You two look around here and stay out of trouble. Trouble? Us? Shaggy asked. Believe me, Daphne, trouble is the last thing Scooby and I want to find. The first thing. And trouble is the last. Well, maybe that snack bar is the first thing. Oh, brother, I said as I left. While I was gone, Shaggy told me later, he noticed a large tapestry hanging on the wall. I love that you can tell that the writers always have to remind themselves that if they have to change perspective, they're going to have to, like, tell everybody how that's possible. Did I miss the part where one of the suspects was confirmed to be part fish? Or does this clue actually make zero sense? I genuinely don't know. I don't get it. Who does this clue most associate with? That doesn't make any sense. It's a water bottle. It's a hint that someone. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I'm sure they're gonna say like ghosts don't drink water, so it has to be a real person in a costume this time. But like, oh, I've been forgetting to run polls. Sorry about that, guys. I'll remember next time. But then they asked specifically, which of the suspects does this clue seem to fit? And I'm like, the water bottle? Is there somebody I'm supposed to look at a water bottle and be like, well, so-and-so would never drink water. Yeah, it's just all three of them. We should have known when we found the water that only humans drink water, which means every human we met except for that one guy is guilty. Right. While I was gone, Shaggy told me later, he noticed a large tapestry hanging on the wall. It was a banquet of all the knights of the Round Table. You know, Scoob, it must have been pretty groovy to be a knight, Shaggy said. I'll bet you got free food all the time. Reeking of rude, Scooby began. It's so hard for me to do the Scooby talking. I'm with you, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy said. I'll bet the restaurant's kitchen is down one of these holes. On who the culprit is next after we discover our third clue. Yeah. The fish did it, book done. Maybe it's Gabe. He's still processing the trauma of the last night's book, so it's Gabe and he's the culprit. Shaggy and Scooby left the Hall of Armor and started walking around. They soon came to the end of a hall. There were 2 doors in front of them. Okay, Scoob, do you want door number 1 or door number 2? Shaggy asked, pretending to be a game show host. Rumbaroo, Scooby answered. Number 2 it is, Shaggy said. Let's see what you've won. Shaggy reached over and opened the door on the right. Shaggy exclaimed. It's the Purple Knight! Inside the opened door stood the purple suit of armor. Shaggy slammed the door shut. How about door number 1? Shaggy asked. He opened the other door. Right, Scooby cried. Purple right. He jumped up into Shaggy's arms. Then the Purple Knight growled and reached out to grab them. Thanks for playing, Shaggy said, slamming the door. Now let's get out of here. They turned and started running as the door opened and the Purple Knight chased Shaggy and Scooby down the hall and back into the Hall of Armor. Shaggy and Scooby weaved between the suits of armor. They ran all the way to the end and ducked behind the last one. They sat perfectly still. I guess we lost him, Shaggy whispered. Wrong, the Purple Knight roared from behind us. From behind them, sorry. Right, Scooby yelled, jumping into the air. He knocked into a suit of armor. It toppled sideways and started a chain reaction. The suits of armor fell over like a row of dominoes. The sound was deafening. Shaggy and Scooby covered their ears. When they turned around again, the Purple Knight was gone. I ran down back to the Hall of Armor as soon as I heard the crashes. I ran down back to the Hall of Armor. I feel like that sentence is strange. Anyway. When I arrived, Fred and Velma were already there. Murray and Marshall Maxwell ran into the room from the opposite direction. Oh, wow, it's just like apocalyptic. My goodness, King Murray cried. What happened in here? Shaggy, Scooby, are you all right? Velma asked. It was the Purple Knight, Shaggy exclaimed. Both of them. What do you mean, both of them? I asked. Come on, we'll show you, Shaggy said. Shaggy led us to the 2 doors. The first purple suit of armor was still standing inside the door on the right. Clue. Okay. But if the armor is still here, then who chased your friends? King Murray asked. The Purple Knight chased them, Murray. Marshall exploded angrily. You just don't want to face it, do you? He stormed out of the room. Maybe it really is a ghost, King Murray said. I don't think so, Velma disagreed. But who is doing this? I have a hunch, I said, but we'll have to prove it. Daphne's right, Fred agreed. It's time to set a trap. Either a robot who can't drink, or a fish and needs more water than most, or mentioned. Yeah, I was like, was somebody mentioned as like holding a water bottle and I just missed it? Of course it is. Was not easy. I figured it out. My brain auto corrected. Hopefully no one takes the wrong way. Wait. Wait. Yes, it's Shaggy and Scooby Doo. I found the monster. Not sure what I'm supposed to be taking the wrong way, so I guess not. They're monster magnets for real. I know you saw the flashlight on page 46. My lucky number. Maybe something about the water bottle being cold is what's important. I think the coldness was what was telling them that it was new, like it hadn't been lying around for long. Is anyone particularly cold? So one of the suspects walks up and it's just like, I'm cold all the time. And Fred just like throws a net around them and it's just like, we got him, you guys. Saw the flashlight on page 46. It may not seem like much, but every clue helps get closer to solving the mystery. So take out your clue keeper and answer these questions. What is the clue? What does it have to do with the mystery? What does the clue tell you? Once you're done continue reading to see what else we found. So there was the suit of armor and then somebody else was dressed up in armor. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It turns and started running. Okay. Weird. It was me, Velma. It was me all along. I said that freaking water bottle wasn't much of a clue, right? It wasn't, though. Okay, so what's our clue? We've got... Wait. We got my clue keeper. Huh? Looks at Daphne. Like, on a date or like an assassin? Poor clue keeper. Like on a date. It sounds nicer than taking out in the assassin-y way, I guess. Clue 3. Clue 3 is that there was a second set of armor? I don't know. No. This is a kid's book. But I don't know. Take out like taking it. Take it to go get a Happy Meal. Maybe both. Enemies to lovers to enemies again, but with our clue keeper. I guess the mummy from the You know how tempted I am every once in a while? Have you ever seen people on TikTok cosplaying as a character and like the whole account is like if that character had TikTok? I've come so close. You know how close I've come to just being like, I'm gonna be TikTok Velma? That'd be cute, OMG. I think it would be fun. All right. Who's ready to hear the end of this mystery? Don't like when books like this talk down to us like we don't know how clues work, like we are stupid child. I mean, they're written for like, I guess 8-year-olds, so like, but I don't know. I think they're meant to be encouraging for the kid to like help them, but like, I don't know. It's like teaching them critical thinking. Let's hear it. All right. I was that stupid child, and even I knew that kind of stuff was condescending. I'm sure you were a very intelligent child, but it's also one of those things of like kids always know when you're talking down to them. That's something that I think a lot of adults don't realize. Kids absolutely know when you're condescending them. They do. The kids know way more than you think. So like the best kids media is media that talks to them like they're a full person, you know? But just like on their level. Yeah, kids are as smart as adults most of the time, yeah. Hey, Patrick! Aw, you're such a sweet uncle for picking Bryn up. Worries, we are just chilling out reading this book. We are almost at the end, and then I'm gonna do some, I think, some logging books in the collection onto the Goodreads after we write our review, since we're gonna be finished with this book kind of early. Sesame Street was so successful, that's why everybody loved Steve from Blue's Clues. You know, when the TV people talk to me, shiver. I always liked it, um, but I always liked when I felt like they were talking to me respectfully. I was one of those very dramatic, serious kids that could tell that everybody was, not taking me seriously. And now I'm just a goofball because I know that nobody needs to take me seriously. Elmo Saves Christmas. Oh, that's so cute. I need to do, well, I was going to say we need to do more Jim Henson, which we do, but also we're going to do Jim Henson pretty soon because Bear in the Big Blue House, which is a favorite of mine. Of Bear in the Big Blue House because of that reason. He had a very gentle but genuine tone in his voice. He did. He had a very calm voice, and looking back on it, I think the first thing that ever gave me like that sensation of ASMR was when he would, like, it was like when he'd get really close to the camera and talk like soft spoken. He was like a big fuzzy Bob Ross. Then he would sniff the camera. Yes, Bear is now on Disney Plus. I'm so excited. Oh, trust me, I was obsessed with Blue's Clues. Oh, I watched it every day, every single day. Yeah, Noel McNeil, that's his voice. He just has a very common voice. Right, let's see. Clue Keeper entry 7. This isn't going to be easy, Fred said, but I think there's a way we can get the Purple Knight to come out. We'll need to act fast. Daphne, Velma, and I will be waiting inside the arena. King Murray will need to use some of the large horse blankets. No problem, Fred, King Murray replied. Fred can build a trap out of anything. Mousetrap with Fred has to be the most intense game of your life. Hey, Fred said. Shaggy, you and Scooby will hang... Why did my voice crack? Shaggy, you and Scooby will hang around here. When the Purple Knight shows up, let him chase you back into the arena. But make sure you go back through the stables. Like, why us? Shaggy moaned. Because he knows you've seen the real purple armor, I explained. He'll want to make sure you don't have a chance to tell anyone else. Oh, right. I get what the clue is supposed to be. Didn't somebody say something about making much lighter armor? Somebody was like, they make much lighter armor now. Sorry, detour. I'm answering my own question. Who said something about there being rubbery armor? Knight's hero wearing a special material my brother created. Ooh, brother created for us. Interesting. Much lighter and much more flexible. Interesting. Saw the one of Ojo saying bitch. Oh, I loved Ojo. Smell just like something sweet and delicious, like cookies or honey. Yes. Bear in the Big Blue House bloopers where they guys. Yeah, I also love the bloopers of John Oliver and Cookie Monster together. So cute. Where was I? Shaggy, you and Scooby will hang around here when the Purple Knight shows up. He let him chase you back to the Let him chase you back to the arena, but make sure you go back through the stables. Like, why? Shaggy moaned. Because he knows you've seen the real purple armor, I explained. He'll want to make sure you don't have a chance to tell anyone else. He's gonna try to kill you, so be waiting for him. I got it, Daphne, Shaggy said, but I think there's one problem. What's that? I asked. Someone needs to convince Scooby to get it, Shaggy replied. Hey, Scooby, Velma said, we need some help from the bravest dog we know. How about it? Scooby turned away from me and pretended not to hear. Will you help us for a Scooby snack? I asked. At the mention of the words, I could see Scooby's ears twitch with excitement. But Scooby still didn't say anything. How about 2 Scooby snacks? I offered. Scooby jumped up. Okay, he agreed. Velma and I each tossed a Scooby snack into the air. Scooby gobbled them down. Then we'll see you in the arena, Fred said. Just get him to chase you in, and we'll take care of everything else. Fred, Velma, King Murray, and I walked back out to the stadium to get ready. There we go. Shaggy and Scooby stood by the doors for a few moments. At first, nothing happened. Then Shaggy told me later he heard a clanking sound, a sound like someone in heavy armor approaching. Scoob, Shaggy asked. Rhea? Scooby asked. Like, do you know the way back to the arena through the stables? Scooby thought for a moment. He replied. Roo-roo? Oh, I guess there's only one thing to do, Shaggy said, looking back down the hallway. Run! The Purple Knight came running down the hallway at Shaggy and Scooby. They opened the left door and saw that it opened onto another hallway. They ran down the hallway, then another. I'm trying to keep this book open so you can actually see. Then another. Up there, Scooby, quick, Shaggy yelled. They ran through a heavy black curtain and found themselves inside the arena. Shaggy, Scooby, this way, Fred called. He, Velma, and I were in the stands just over the entrance in the stables. We were ready to throw the horse blankets on the Purple Knight. Shaggy and Scooby ran through the red curtain and into the stables. The Purple Knight ran out into the arena. He must have seen us duck down to hide because he ran back through the black curtain. Now the arena was empty again. A moment later, we heard Shaggy and Scooby shout, Make way! Shaggy yelled. Suddenly, Scooby burst through the red curtain on horseback, trying very hard not to fall. The Purple Knight followed close behind, also on a horse. But where was Shaggy? Quick, go grab a blanket, Fred shouted. We threw the blanket as the Purple Knight rode by chasing Scooby. But at that moment, Shaggy ran out through the red curtain. The Purple Knight rode right past the blanket, and it fell on Shaggy instead, trapped beneath the heavy blankets. Shaggy fell to the ground. Here, Scooby, King Murray shouted. Take this! Scooby gets to joust. He held out a lance for Scooby to grab as he rode by. Scooby reached out but missed it. The Purple Knight, however, grabbed it with ease. Scooby's horse ran by the pile of blankets just as Shaggy stood up. We have another dog riding a horse, by the way. Second time that's happened. We'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange that it happened twice. Just as Shaggy stood up. The horse was frightened by Shaggy and kicked up its hind legs. Scooby went flying through the air. Plop! He landed on the Purple Knight's horse. Relp, Raggy! Scooby cried. Scooby hugs the Purple Knight so tightly the knight couldn't see where he was going. The horse rode faster. Suddenly, the tip of the Purple Knight's lance hit the ground. It got stuck in the dirt, flinging Scooby and the Purple Knight into the air. Scooby landed on the pile of horses' blankets just as Shaggy jumped out of the way. The Purple Knight flew through the red curtains. We raced into the stable. The Purple Knight had landed in an empty horse stall. Fred and King Murray grabbed the Purple Knight to keep him from running away. Now let's see who's really inside this armor, Fred said. Yeah, I have no idea. It's strange. Amazon typically, because when I got my PO box, they were like, keep in mind that private shipping companies like, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, they don't typically like to ship to USPS boxes. But I managed to find my location. They were like, actually, we give you a street address so that Amazon doesn't really know not to deliver to you. And I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna go tomorrow and see what's in the box, by the way. Full House bloopers are pretty funny because John Stamos, Bob Saget, and Dave Coulier are stand-up comedians outside the show, and they all had pretty like raunchy humor. Yeah, they were very like blue collar, very like edgy humor. Yes, manipulate the poor dog. And the Big Blue House was started a few years before I was born. Does anyone remember Big Big World? The sloth. Yes, and the anteater. Yes. My favorite episode was the one about poisoned ivy. I do remember that. Um, my brother is younger than me, so I am familiar with a lot of things that I was technically too old for when they came out because my brother was watching them. And sometimes I also liked them and just used the excuse that my brother was watching them. Using the Scooby snacks. That was just dirty every single time. They even like we even joked that the boys need to figure out they need to have their own Scooby snacks so that they can't be controlled anymore by their toxic friends or whatever. We made that joke, and then I was watching. I think it was an episode of What's New Scooby Doo. I was watching while I was editing a couple weeks ago, and they did. They were like, can't get us, Daphne. We have our own Scooby snacks," and then they had to like do something else. When I went through my animal phase, like loving animals phase, which I guess I'm still going through, but when I went through that really big phase as a young kid, I loved Stanley and I loved Zaboomafoo because I loved learning about the animals. 3 in 2010. Oof, I feel old, Darth Sidious. It's so hilarious. I can't say I've ever watched any people really into Zaboomafoo though. Zaboomafoo was great. Fun fact: Zaboomafoo's daughter and granddaughter are alive and living at the same sanctuary, and are very happy. And they get posted on TikTok all the time, and it's super cute. Shall we set up the poll on who's the culprit now? Yes, set it. Let me set it up. Yeah, I don't think Velma would play us like that. Great Big Book of Everything too. The Great Big Book of Everything, yes. Oh no. I used to always get made fun of because I was like not really growing out of the kid stuff as fast as the other kids, which is funny because now I do this and I have an excuse to, watch all the kids stuff. But yeah, it's bullshit. Don't let people dictate what you do. All right, so what are their names? What are their names? I have them here. That sucks. Dark City is some kids were just a-holes when we were growing up. Yeah. Yeah. Middle school, high school is not a fun time. I've never understood the people that are like, man, I miss those days. I'm like, what? What's that like? Um, who's we have Marshall Maxwell. I'm not even sure who I think it is. I'm usually sure. I've only been wrong once, but I'm usually sure. Then we have Wesley. What is his name? Oh, that he was Wesley. Hang on, I'll do um Bentley Byron. Scooby Doo 2 on Scooby Doo on Zombie Island 2 is a mockery. It's best left forgotten. I hope you know that makes it more of a candidate to end in. I can't talk. To eventually end up on the channel, right? You know that's gonna happen eventually, right? Yeah, I'm trying to ask the community. There you go. No, Amazon will deliver to my PO box. Usually they don't, but my USPS place allows something called street addressing, which basically means it gives us a street address, because if it was just a PO box, if it was just like if it was just like, hey, deliver it here, PO box this, like I wouldn't be able to get those kind of packages. But because I have street addressing, like it's a whole like 1333 mailing, or no, wait, 1333 Cedar Grove. That's my address. It'll let me get that kind of stuff, so I can get that stuff. But it took me a while to find one where I could accept that kind of mail. I have no idea why. It's just like a private shipping companies don't like to do business with the USPS. I don't know. OMG Stanley, yes. Great Big Book of Everything. Yes, the Great Big Book. I made my own Great Big Book of Everything, and I guarantee you my mom still has it. And if I can ever find it, with all the in all the boxes of old stuff from childhood, I have to show you guys. Me too, Patrick. Oh, thinking Belma's bi. I always thought she was bi because, like, I don't know. Because, like, she really clearly had a crush on Tim Curry's character in Witch's Ghosts. But she obviously has a preference for girls. I don't know. I always thought of her as bi, too. But that could just be me. On the island. Yeah, and then she was like, if you accept the live action movie, she was really nervous about dating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to interpret that, but because I know that in James Gunn's original script for the live action movie, she had that song that got cut where it was supposed to be like, is she singing to Daphne or is she singing to Fred? Like, not only is our character having a fling with Velma, but also a hex girl. Ooh, drama. Yeah, if somebody bullies you when you're a kid, you never forget it. Land Before Time. Land Before Time always made me cry. Just giving chat a second to choose who we think the culprit is. There's those movies, LOL. Yeah. A lot of my what I thought dinosaurs were as a kid was shaped off of Flintstones, which is not not the best place to get information. Outside of making a few close friends, there's nothing about school dates worth remembering. Well, I was homeschooled too, like fully homeschooled all the way through. So I didn't like go to school, but the thing about that was when you're the homeschool kid, whenever you do have like something at the youth group or like, you know, times to like socialize with people your age, you always get picked on for being the homeschool kid, and then you just resent it. Your character is the monster. Yeah, they unmask the bad guy, and it's like, it was you the whole time. Why did you do it? You let us down, man. Just for voting for the name that sounds most evil. I'm so confused at this point. I have one by one been convinced that it was each of the bad guy, each of the suspects. He is pretty douchey. He is. He really is. Now, I think it's going to be I think my final answer is that it's probably the brother just because they said the two suits of armor and he was the one that made the armor. I'm not sure. Put your chat to live chat? I thought I was on I'm on live chat, aren't I? I'm on live chat. I'm just catching up because every time I read, I get put behind. Um, like the new bass player. I love it. Really like the idea of eventually Velma, Daphne, and Fred becoming a polyamorous throuple. I can see it. Honestly, I can. Many teachers graded based on popularity in high school. Ooh, that's a thing. Jeez. Hate her for getting a couple of slides in public speaking. Oh gosh. And who conducted our slides perfectly only got B minus in public speaking. Oh, that sucks. I probably did get a better education. And I didn't know that I was ADHD back then, so like even being homeschooled, like ADHD, I looking back, I can tell interfered with school, but I'm sure it would have been worse in public school. Oh, top chat. Oh. Sorry. I guess I was on live chat. Hang on. But that's also on this, and I also am not reading it off of that, so, but I will change it too. Public school does not cater at all to anyone with ADHD unless you ask for special accommodations with a 504. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the thing about ADHD is just like it's something that we has been prevalent for long enough that I think people just think that it's like a non-issue. Like I think people don't realize like how hard having ADHD can be um until you have it. Like obviously there's worse problems in the world, but like it can be very challenging. Let's vote on which hex girl our character is having a fling with. I can never remember the hex girls' names, to be honest. You know, public school sucks. Needs many changes. Yeah, the whole education system has a lot lacking. Well, like 70% of people I talk to don't believe in it. Oh yeah, no, that was a big belief. Like when I was growing up, that like ADHD was just an excuse, and that kids with ADHD didn't need treatment. They just needed like more discipline, which is terrifying. Christian private school for my entire elementary through high school career. Really do go through a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Church kids can be mean. Oh my god. Let me finish this book and then we can keep talking. My cousin was just diagnosed with ADHD. Aw. It's something that is manageable. You just need to understand that your brain is going to function differently than everybody else, and you just need different systems of doing things than most people. Velma and Daphne do both become hex girls for sure. Ooh, you dressed up as hex girls last Halloween. Nice. Okay, sorry. I'll read the last chapter. What are we thinking? It looks like Bentley. I'm gonna mix it up and go for the brother, because family drama. Marshall Maxwell. That's my final guess. Let's see. Wow, that was some adventure, wasn't it? Daphne asks. I was out of breath just writing about it. I'll bet you'll be able to. She's like running from the monster and writing at the same time. I'll bet you'll be able to solve this mystery in a jiffy, Velma says. All you have to do is look at your notes in your clue keeper. Compare your suspects with the clues you found, Fred suggests. See if you can figure out which clues match up with which suspects. When you identify the suspects, who could be connected with all the clues, you've solved your mystery. So take your time, Velma says. Once you've figured out the mystery, turn the page and see what really happened. Okay, it's time to solve the mystery. When you think you know who did it, turn the page. Are we ready, guys? Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. The system was not able to accommodate people. Yeah, and it's like the system doesn't accommodate anybody but like the one main style. All right, let's see. Hi, Captain. All right, ready. 1, 2, 3. Oof. Who was it? It was Marshall Maxwell, Velma declares. But I'll bet you figured that out too. I did, Velma. It was the suit. It was found in we found the ticket told us that the Purple Knight was a horse fan, Fred says. We could also see that the Purple Knight was an excellent horseback rider. From that clue, we knew right away that it wasn't Wesley Warren. That Wesley Warren couldn't have been the Purple Knight, Velma says. He told us that he was deathly afraid of horses. Even Scooby Doo scared him, right? Remember? So that left either Marshall or Bentley. Or a real ghost, Velma continues. But once we found the next clue, the water bottle, we knew that there was definitely a real live person involved. See? I knew they were going to say ghosts don't drink water, which is presumptuous. That ghost, do you drink water? Please don't shut down my system. Make that a real live thirsty person, Shaggy interjects. When Shaggy and Scooby found the real purple suit of armor in that closet, it's when we knew it had to be Marshall, Velma says. Finding the real armor confirmed that the Purple Knight was only wearing a costume that looked like armor. And King Murray told us that Marshall created a special material just for the knights to wear at the restaurant. So he made a costume that looked just like the real armor, Fred says. He stole the crown so he could sell it and get their money back. He wasn't going to tell Murray about it, though. He'd wait until the restaurant went broke. Then he'd buy out Murray's half so he could run it himself. But now, like, Murray has a new partner, Shaggy adds. Wesley Warren and King Murray are combining their businesses. Ooh, romance. Well, I hope you're proud of yourself for solving this mystery, Velma says. What if the kid didn't solve the mystery? Are they not supposed to be proud of themselves, Velma? King Murray was so proud that he gave Scooby a special honor, Velma says. That's right, Fred agrees. He made Scooby an official knight of King Murray's round table. Like that's Sir Scooby to you, Shaggy says. Ruby, Ruby, Roo! Shouts Scooby. And that's the end. We have read the whole book. And the only person was wait. My hearing loss since I was 5. I always got questions about my hearing aids. I hated it as a kid. I'm fine with it now. Aw, I'm sorry. Thank you for sharing that, though. She was right. I was right. The only person with them until my senior year last year was pretty lonely sometimes. I always felt really self-conscious about my glasses because I like had to wear glasses a long time, and because I was born with bad eyesight in this eye, like it's better now, but it's still obviously the weaker eye. But like it was really bad when I was born, and so I had to like wear like patches and like all kinds of stuff to like try to train this eye and like train the muscles around it. And to this day, the muscles around it are still weaker than this eye. But it was just like I was really self-conscious about it. And now I love glasses. Glasses are like a thing. I don't like wearing contacts, and I like it feels weird when I see pictures of myself and I don't have my glasses. What about that water bottle? The only thing the water bottle proved was that there was no ghost. It was a human person because ghosts don't drink water. I knew they were gonna say something like that. Would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for you meddling kids and your dumb dog. Yeah, Avery was right. That counts as another win. Yep. I only technically was wrong on that one, and even on that one, it was only because I second guessed myself. Because I was like, it can't be this person because it would be too obvious. It's gonna be this person, and then they were like, no, it was that person. I was like, God damn it. Thorn, she's the one with black hair, red streaks. All right, so Thorn, and then who are the other hex girls? I always forget. Huzzah! There's Scoobert Scooby Doo. Yes. Yay, that was fun. That was fun. Glad I could tag along. If you'll excuse me, my parents and I have Hocus Pocus 2 to see. Peace out. Have fun. I really liked it. I think you'll like it. Yeah, it sucks. Mental health issues. School won't help. Schools. I went to the nurses. Well, and I think that's just society in general because I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder when I was 15-ish. And what I've noticed from having mental health issues is that anytime you have any other symptoms of anything else, everything gets lumped into the umbrella of like, oh, it's probably your mental illness or you're probably overreacting, which gets very annoying. I absolutely ship Wesley Warren and King Murray. Yes, me too. Long live the kings. Yes. Once back ordered and I had blurry vision for over a month. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't have done it. I get terrible migraines, and not wearing my glasses for a long time definitely sets that off. Can't look at myself without glasses and a beard. Yeah, I always say people look best when they feel the most comfortable or the most like themselves, which I will stand by for the end until the end of time. It was like 6, and my mom thought it would just go away. Yeah, it doesn't. We all wish it would just go away, but it doesn't. Wear my hearing aids when I need to. Like for school, I usually don't wear them for anything else. I don't particularly like wearing them. That's fine. As long as you're doing what's best for you, like what's best for you and you're comfortable. Yeah, take them out. As shitty as it was now. I'm lucky because my eyesight, because my parents actually thought to have me tested and put me in glasses at like 2 years old. I actually my vision has improved a lot over my life. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I was born with 2200 vision in this eye. Like I was basically all but blind in that eye. That's just it. Yeah, putting in contacts is very hard. I think it's just a subconscious thing. I don't think I it's just a reflexive thing because I've been going to eye doctors pretty much my entire life, but I get very squeamish when anything comes too near my eye, even my own like even if I'm putting contacts in myself, it makes me very, very anxious. And then taking them out, forget about it. Terrifying. I read Monster Blood, I was thinking I could defeat a blob and my hearing would be oh yeah, the ableism towards the deaf and hard of hearing community. That was great, wasn't it? It's like, yay, we fixed fixed her hearing loss. It was like, what? Oh no. Yikes. That one was the worst, most problematic one so far. Contacts are uncomfortable, and God forbid anybody starts smoking around you or anything like that. They will dry out in a second, and then you will feel like that. It feels like if you've ever gotten shampoo in your eyes, which I think every single one of us has. It sucks. To be a pirate for real. Yep. Sings you are a pirate. Okay, we should write the review. It's 11:11. Make a wish. I have this very vivid memory of being I guess I would have been 14. I was doing a thing with the youth group. We were doing this thing where we were making blankets to give to a charity. I remember this, like no sew blankets, first year of high school. And I remember vividly, this was in the church sanctuary on 11/11/11. And I remember this because we were there late and everybody was like, wait, when it's 11/11 on 11/11/11, make a wish. I remember this vividly. Sounds terrible. Yeah, contacts are just not for me. I much prefer my glasses. And the thing I think about something sharp or something. Yeah, no, I hate it. I hate it so much. Glasses too. Again, I don't wear them often either, just for school. Yeah, right character. Shampoo and dish. Oof. I once got my friend had me do the because we were helping him make a video for it was like a Hot Ones fan video, and so he had after we filmed, he had me do the whole like run of hot sauces, and I did the thing that Sean always says to do, where he's like, "Careful around your eyes, careful around your eyes." I like touched right here. It wasn't even in my eye; it was just here, and the skin right here started to burn. It was so bad. You know, I just say keep wishing on like everything plausible that you could wish on until something happens. I'm not super. I'm not the most unlucky, but I'm also very determined. Oh. I'll prove through spite to God. I'll power through to spite God. Yeah, I'll power through to spite God. It's kind of my motto. All right, let's go here. It works. My aunt maced herself one time by accident. She sprayed it into the wind and then she maced herself. The wind blew it back into her eyes. Damn it, now that song is in my head, Patrick. Um um Darth Sidious, do you know sign language? I'm by no means fluent, but I am conversational, I guess. Or anybody here in chat. I love sign language, it's so pretty. And my mom had one of those window fans in the air bedroom, so the mace flew into her room. Oh no! Oh no, that's terrible. I think is they were reasonable wishes. No, I don't. My hearing isn't bad. My right ear is better than my left one. Copy. I have some friends. I have a couple of friends that are hard of hearing who use it, and then um, I've known I have another friend who's a teacher at a school for deaf children. So I uh, sign with her sometimes, and then I have one friend that I actually haven't seen in a while who's deaf and signs. So yeah, I'm always trying to keep myself fluent with it because I just think it's a really fun language. And if anybody I know does use it, I try to use it as much as I can. Like bear mace. Oh god, that makes me think of that movie. Oh, what is it called? Did you hear about the Morgans? Hugh Grant and Sarah Jessica Parker, where she sprays him with the bear spray. Shouldn't be enough to. Oh god, a chainsaw bear. I always say, you think I'm scared of you? I have anxiety. I woke up scared. You're not special, universe. All right. Let me do the thing that I said. Oh, this is a different setup. I'm not used to this. Let me switch over. Depending on how bad hearing is when I'm like 80, I may need to learn sign language. Grandmother, deaf in one ear and partially deaf in the other. Seem to understand things. Yeah, it's really just if it's beneficial and if it's something that you feel like would be, you know, I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is. You don't have to use it, is what I'm trying to say. It's just you know, um, perfectly valid to be like, I don't need to sign. Um, you don't need to. I finally found there's this when I was like 7, we learned sign language basics through this like 2-part VHS that was made here in Georgia, and I have such vivid memories about it, but I could never find it, and I finally managed to track it down. And I'm like, I want to do like a piece about this on the channel because it was so influential to me. It was called "I Want to Learn Sign Language!" exclamation point. It was made in 2002 here in Georgia, and it is basically like a 90s, early 2000s after school special type of thing, but like that teaches you sign language. And like I, when I finally found it, I like the memories, like I remembered it. I was like, oh my god, you don't understand. I used to love this thing. So yeah, I was very proud of myself for tracking that down because it's nowhere. So we read this book, by the way. Let's see, it's on all of the proper shelves. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's the void of death, kind of. Get angry, get violent. Yeah. What was I doing? Okay, so what do we want to give this star rating? For a Scooby Doo book, it's okay. I mean, I don't like I don't really, I feel like the clues were either too on the nose or just didn't make any sense at all with this one. You know what I mean? Let's write a review. It's here. And for the holidays, 3 out of 5. Yeah, I think 3 out of 5. I was thinking, yeah, 2 or 3 out of 5 too. Oh, thank you, Patrick. That's so sweet. The dark character is the new fourth hex girl and can play an instrument, and it's backup vocals and meets up with a mystery. Sage meets Velma. Sparks fly. Yeah, I like it. All right, so let's say I'm only seeing the vote for 3 stars, and I also was thinking 3 stars, so we're committing to 3 stars for now, unless someone can convince me of otherwise. Thanksgiving movie. We don't get that many Thanksgiving movies. That's fun. Oops, no, go back. There we go. I keep trying to do. I just keep out of like habit being like, oh, I need to click here. That's where my stream is. Okay. 1995, 1990. I'm from 1996. Also Freebirds. Oh, I guess that is. Yeah, that is. I don't think I've ever actually seen that one. What do we think for this review? Does anybody have any suggestions? I'm gonna start off by saying, as far as this series goes, it's okay. Clues in this one range from very on the nose to downright confusing. Typical? Is that part of the review? Now on to Goosebumps. Oh god, I don't have it in me. 3 stars makes sense. Yeah. Oh, JK. This one because I was only half paying attention. No, that's fine. We don't usually write very long ones for this because there's not like it's a Scooby Doo and You book, right? So it's like, you know, clues were okay. I mean, here I will say this. Side note, out of the 11 books from this series we've read, this one is the 5th or 6th where Daphne keeps the clues. Hey, Daphne. Give someone else a turn. Water bottle alone keeps it from being capable of being higher than a 3. Yes, I agree. Holly Hunter, Robin Downey, McDermott, and a mom from Airboat movies. Yes, that is a great cast. I'm very excited. Wasn't terribly memorable. Wasn't terribly memorable. And the water bottle clue alone keeps it from being anything higher than a 3 out of 5. Color Coded Nights. Mid name for a band. Chat has also officially headcanoned that that reader. I know headcanon isn't technically a word, but it's a word in our hearts and souls. Or no, I just spelled can. Whoa, I just way misspelled canon. Wait, what? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay. Canoned. Sure. That the read, so then would it take headcanon? If I do it like that? No, it still doesn't like it. Okay. The reader is Velma's I don't know why I was capitalizing that like it's a formal title. Is the best part of reading this one. Version of Mary Had a Little Lamb. The kids made up at school. It doesn't even rhyme. Happened to. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna actually get off because I know I said I was gonna stay on and do some book cataloging, but I'm very tired and still have some editing to do, so I'll probably get off in a second. But we didn't find. That's right. We didn't find any typos. We didn't find any typos or continuity errors, and that's nice. And that's a nice surprise. Which should tell you something. About the overall technical quality of these books. Overall, a fun little chapter book for grade school kids. Did we not? I don't think we found any typos. Hopefully there will be a new vid either tomorrow or the day after. I know the past 3 videos have each gone up on the 1 week mark. Like we've gone down to a 1 video per week thing, which is the overall. I feel like this was a pretty fun stream. This was a pretty fun stream. We make everything fun, even if the books are bad. Oh, I never read the back of the book. I always read the back of it. Anyway, but yeah, very fun stream. We'll definitely keep reading Scooby Doo books eventually. I don't know if that'll be what we read tomorrow night or if we read something else. Or if we take a night off. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow night, but sorry, I did not get your joke. I've been spacing out, I think. But Yeah. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me just finish this off. Yeah, sorry. I know we've been down to like a 1 video a week thing on the channel lately, which I usually try to avoid if at all possible, but it just hasn't been possible these 2 weeks. Hopefully that will change as I get my. Oh, I get you. I get you. I get you. Because there's typos. I like it. um, so yeah, hopefully that'll change as I get a better handle on just the overall schedule that I have going on right now. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching the videos, even though we only get 1 a week, which I know is like normal, pretty normal, but it feels like we usually get more. So hopefully it'll go back to being more like 2 or 3 videos soon. But thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, oh my god, such a dark little lamb song. Yeah, bye everyone. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I will see you soon. Appreciate you. Bye.